All right, good morning, everyone. You are looking live at the 2016 RVA Open and Invitational. My name is Mike Graber. I'm here with the one and only Dave Tao. We will be bringing you all the play-by-play and commentary of the competition from the opening snatch this morning, all the way through tomorrow night's clean and jerk, final clean and jerk, which could be going on at any time. We may be here all night. Who knows? Lots of exciting action. But right now, this morning, we will have, I believe it's men's 56, men's 62, maybe even men's 69. Who's to say? I'm sure Dave Tao has a start list somewhere. We're going to pull that up in a second. But right now, 6:58 a.m. on the East Coast, 4 a.m. Pacific Standard Time. I see some judges moseying on to the platform. Must be time to start soon, I believe, Dave.
Yeah, Mike, we're about to start. We are live on Facebook and YouTube, as well as the RVA Open's website, rvaopen.com.
That's great. If you managed to find your way to us, please tell all your friends. If you have any
friends watching who are interested in weightlifting at 7 a.m.
Exactly. All my friends are here right now. That would be at 7 a.m. That would be interested at 7 a.m. watching weightlifting, such as yourself. And Kenny back there is my friend Kenny. Barbend.com. Lots of good music at 7 a.m. Good crowd size for, again, 7 a.m. weightlifting. Really, probably about 50 people in the audience. Probably a max capacity of several hundred people. So I'm sure later on in the day when we have a Travis Cooper session, a James Tatum session, all in the same session, it's going to be a standing room only house, I have to imagine.
Yeah, I have to say that I am surprised as many people showed up this morning, but clearly these lifters have a lot of supporters today, which is pretty great.
Oh, and there we are. There's our beautiful mugs.
This might be the only time that I'm up this early on a Saturday, but I can't think of a better reason to do so.
Dave drove in 2 days ago from New York City. I drove in yesterday from New Jersey just for weightlifting aficionados.
Well, it means we are dedicated to the sport and excited to share these streams and to share this competition with everyone. This is the biggest year of the RVA Open. It's been around for a while. Yeah,
I talked to Jake this morning. Jake, the founder of the competition, owner of the CrossFit gym, head coach here. He said it's the fifth year. Every year it's been getting a little bit bigger. This is the most cash prizes being awarded out. So I believe first place is $2,000, which is
based on Sinclair total.
Mm-hmm. I was actually thinking of entering until I heard it was Sinclair, not weight classes. I said, I'm good behind the microphone.
Yeah, I will stick to talking instead of actually lifting, but I'll just talk about weightlifting.
Well, but throughout the week, I am hoping that we can have some guests here in one of our chairs, sharing some stories, sharing some anecdotes with us. I saw Phil Sabatini, national Pan Am team member, national champion in the back room. He's hoping to mosey on over here some point. He's coaching every single session, almost every single session.
Both days?
Both days. Hardest working man in the Virginia area, most likely Phil Sabatini. But we are on his radar. He's going to come say hi to us, tell us some stories, talk about his training and his coaching and his teaching and all of the great stuff we want to hear from Phil. I have text confirmation from James Tatum and Travis Cooper that they would try and stop by and say hello throughout the weekends. And not to be outdone, Don McCauley has said he would try and make an appearance on the webcast as well.
Well, I know Don McCauley said he was bringing wine.
He said, I have tons of time and wine. When can I sit in the chair? I said, Don, the chair is yours. Open invitation.
Any time for wine and Don McCauley. Honestly.
He also loves cats.
Don does love cats. I like cats, too.
Cats. He loves cats. Now, I have 702 on my laptop.
I have 702 as well. I think we are about ready to start the first attempt snatch. The loaders look like they have 58 kilograms on the bar for the first snatch of the competition, moving it back to center platform. I think we're ready to go.
I see See, no judges. That's odd. Are we the judges?
I hope not, because we are not going to be able to see press outs from this. Maybe that's good.
Maybe that's
Everything's 3 whites, as far as I'm concerned.
It's the 2 of us. We give 2 whites. 2 out of 3 ain't bad. I think Meatloaf said that once.
Three white lights.
I'm sure Meatloaf was talking about weightlifting at the time.
This stream looks great, man. We have a great-looking platform, great-looking backdrop here at RVA CrossFit.
I agree with you. I like this camera work. We see the side angle. We saw some 45-degree angles. We might have a 90-degree angle. We may have an overhead angle for all I know. I have no idea. Cameras coming through the platform, possibly.
There's actually a camera on the barbell, and
is it a GoPro?
It's a GoPro. Those weights, those Vulcan weights actually have small cameras embedded in them. That's not actually true, but maybe something to think about for the future.
Ooh.
That could be cool.
You know who else I forgot to mention? The Dragon, Kane Wilkes, will be in the building later today.
Well, he'll be. We're gonna have the whole Wilkes family.
Maybe they can just commentate a session themselves. I think that would be fantastic.
I mean, is Kane Wilkes? Kane Wilkes is arguably the strong. Maybe not even arguably. He's just the strongest man in America right now, as far as snatch and clean and jerk.
Oh, North America.
North America,
North
yeah.
America, I would imagine. And probably some of the best hair.
Well, I mean,
some of the, but not the best, but some of the best hair.
I mean, there's a weightlifting hair has gotten a little out of control these days. I'm not even a very good weightlifter, and I've got on board with the long hair.
Yes. There we go. There's that beautiful hair.
Back on
One
camera.
of us has beautiful hair.
Well, you can't tell because of the black backdrop. Maybe when it lightens up a little bit, since it's so early.
When we go outdoors, when we take the show outside. later. Around 2 o'clock, it's going to be about 110 degrees. We may just go outside with some tanning.
We're going to do the first man on the street weightlifting interviews in history.
We'll get a bro sesh.
What do you think? You know, are you going to the RVA Open today? Just someone walking down the street.
There are
to get
people
breakfast?
in Richmond, Virginia, walking down the street.
There are. Richmond, Virginia is very nice this time of morning, actually. I was a little surprised. Okay, we finally have some judges out, which indicates to me that we are about ready to get started.
Dave, this is your first time in Richmond, Virginia.
This is your first time in
This is my first time in the city.
I've been here before.
I've never been here
It's a lovely
before.
city.
It is. I like it very much.
Good hospitality. RVA CrossFit has put on a fantastic show the past few years. I think this year is going to be no different. The space looks great. There's room for plenty of spectators. We already have a good number out here this morning. And well over 140 lifters scheduled for the events today and tomorrow.
Over 2 days.
Over 2 days, yeah.
So we have the stream going on. We have a message board too, correct?
We have a message board too, so people can actually comment right on the stream. We already have some people watching, so thank you for tuning in early here on a Saturday morning. But you can ask questions live on the stream. Ask questions of us.
I would actually love that if we had a lot of interaction, especially on these early sessions where, I'm not gonna lie to you, I'm getting introduced to a lot of these athletes.
Yeah, we have a lot of young athletes, especially in these sessions, and also just want to remind the viewers at home, if you are watching, we just got our first comment, which just says comment. Thank you, Doug Carter.
Doug's on the board.
Doug's on the board. Okay, we have all the athletes for session 1 coming out to be introduced. This is men's through 69 kilograms, as well as the 79 kilogram B group lifters. So we have our 56, our 62, our 69, and some of our 77 lifters. You'll see them lining up on the platform right about now.
Speaking as a former 56 kilo weightlifter, these are some of the most exciting sessions of the weekend.
People forget about a lot of these lower weight classes. They're still really exciting.
Also, on a fun fact, I see a lot of great looking shoes.
Tons. So we are doing intros right now.
I count 15 athletes.
15 athletes for session 1.
First, we have Jacob Marks.
For those watching along at home, if you see a friend in this session or any session, feel free to share the stream. Actually, please share the live stream right to your Facebook page so that your friends can see your friends lifting.
What I've heard of gyms doing, if you're at the gym this morning, and you probably are if you're a weightlifting fan, you're probably at the gym getting your workout in, put it up on your TV. I'm sure you have a TV. If you have a TV at your gym, at your CrossFit, at your gym, put it up, watch it. Watch the lifting while you're lifting.
Yeah.
That's a great idea. It's free, and Matt, go lift for lift with these guys.
100%. 100%.
Great idea to throw out there. These are some of your training partners, teammates, friends, family. You got some training stories, anecdotes, and let us know. We'll talk. We'll share those with the world.
The more people who share this Facebook live stream, the more people who are going to see it. So let's get these lifters some support, get a lot of eyes on, and that's going to help them lift some big weights. They'll appreciate the support, especially when they can go back after, watch the archives of themselves lifting, check out all the comments, all the support. We're actually already getting some of that. We have, looks like Heather Stymir, go Doug and Brian, Randy Dorsey, let's go Jose Casado, and then Jorge Alberto saying go Elvis. So people are already showing their support for these lifters this morning, which is fantastic. So go ahead and keep that up, show them some support because they can go back later, check out these comments, see all their fans, all their friends checking in, giving them some love.
And as you said, Dave, all of the lifting will be archived for future reference. Where can they go to find this?
They can go to the Barbend Facebook page. It'll also all be archived on barbend.com as well as rvaopen.com.
All right, so 3 locations.
And our YouTube page. So there are tons and tons of places.
It's going to be all over the internet.
And just as a reminder.
It may break the internet.
It may break the internet. Actually, I think that Facebook live streaming is pretty new, but it's something that's really exciting, and I think it's especially useful for a sport like weightlifting, where folks oftentimes struggle to find coverage, and coverage might not be super accessible to the average person at home. This is not behind a paywall. You can watch absolutely free. All that we ask is that people support, keep eyes on, and share the stream. Please share the stream. You can share it right to your Facebook wall so that more friends and family can see these lifters can get even more support that way. Love all these comments coming in.
So we are in the middle of a 10-minute clock. I'm not sure where in the 10-minute clock we're at. I don't see it running. But obviously we are within 10 minutes of the first snatch happening.
We are. Looks like Rubel Kazi will be our first lifter today.
58 kilos, that's what the bar's at.
Opening snatch 58 kilos, which will be 2 kilograms above body weight. We actually have some video of Rubel in training that I think we're going to put up soon. Now, Rubel actually is not just a weightlifter. He trains in powerlifting a little bit of CrossFit. And here on the video, actually, you can see that we're about to show, you can see him doing glute bridges, which is a movement you don't see a lot of weightlifters doing, with a whopping 405 pounds. Now remember, this is a 56 kilogram lifter here, doing 405 pound glute bridges. Takes a lot of core stability and obviously a lot of glute strength. Mike, when you were a national champion weightlifter, did you ever train glute bridges?
I never trained glute bridges to the extent that this man trains glute bridges. And by that I mean I never trained glute bridges. But good for him. It's something. If you're not doing something, you're doing nothing. So
it's a movement that I haven't really seen many weightlifters do, but I could see the potential benefit.
It may just be me. Maybe it's something that normal people do. Maybe I'm just not with it. This is a question for Phil Sabatini when we have him on later.
I want to ask Phil's opinion.
I imagine he does 1,000 pounds of glute bridges.
Phil has a pretty diverse strength background, correct? He's not just, he's done stuff beyond weightlifting.
Of course. So my understanding, and fairly understanding, Phil was a college baseball player at Ohio University. Mm-hmm. We were actually MAC rivals. I went to the University of Buffalo. He went to Ohio University. We didn't actually play baseball against each other, but same idea. Side note, on top of my side note, Matt Bergeron, who's lifting later today in the primetime session, he went to Kent State University, I believe, another MAC rival. So several guys from the Mid-American Conference now here at the RVA Open this weekend. Phil played baseball. Phil's done powerlifting. I mean, Phil's he's a great guy, but I mean, if you were competing against him, he could be a scary guy to compete against. I can imagine. Just very intense, very strong, very coming to get you, intense.
He's a one weightlifter who doesn't skip arm day. I can tell you that. Love all these comments pouring in, by the way. Alicia says, thank you for going live. This is really awesome. Alicia, you're welcome. Thank you for watching. Thanks for tuning in. Share the stream with your friends. Keep commenting. We want to hear what you have to say. And if you're enjoying the stream and who you guys are supporting today, because these comments will be archived right along with the videos. So after the session, these lifters are going to want to go back, see who is shouting them out, and they want to really feel the love. So go ahead and comment on the stream, and that's going to get a lot of these folks happy, because they have worked hard, they have made weight for the most part, they are rehydrated, they are ready to lift. Let's show them some love.
Business is out to pick up. Literally, things are going to be picked up in less than 10 minutes.
Yeah, that is the goal. We still have one lifter, our first lifter on deck. Lifting has yet to start for the day, but Rubel Kazi will be getting the honor of making the first lift of the 2016 RVA Open. For those watching at home, thank you again for tuning in early on a Saturday morning. But you know what, for a lot of people in the fitness world, this isn't that early.
No. You're probably up already, maybe getting ready to go to the gym, or you're at the gym already. Who's to say? We just had a 6-minute announcement, so less than 6 minutes to go now until the first snatch happens.
Which is fantastic.
Yes.
Once we're rolling, this is actually we have 15 people in the session, pretty big session. So it's going to be rolling. I think it's going to be rolling.
We have five sessions all today.
We have 5 sessions today.
Okay.
That's correct. And the sessions get
a little bit smaller.
A little bit smaller as far as number of lifters.
Yeah.
But still a lot of action. We actually have some cool videos queued up of lifters for every session. So videos from social media, PR, training lifts, old competitions, some real deep cuts, especially for the invitationals later. We have some videos going back to, I think, 2009.
Wow.
Of some of these lifters, so they've been in the game for a bit.
What were you doing? You were in high school in 2009, weren't you?
I was in college in
okay,
2009.
Sorry, Dave.
Mike, I'm not that. We have James Brown just commented supporting my CrossFit RVA team. Let's go. All Melissa
right.
Ann says kill it, Johnny and Elvis. We're cheering for them as well, Melissa. So thanks for your comment. I love the fact that we're already getting. It's 7:15 a.m.
Yes.
On a Saturday.
25 people watching and counting.
One of the hottest days of the year.
Yes.
And we have all these people already cheering on their friends, their family, their training partners. It's great.
So let's talk about the equipment a little bit. I see we're being sponsored by Vulcan USA.
Vulcan Strength Training Systems. We have brand new bars.
Yes.
Brand new plates. Brand new collars. They look pretty great.
This platform is very nice.
This platform's brand new. I asked them if they actually repurposed last year's platform or maybe refurbished it. They said they went and got Jay Growell, the event organizer, said he went out and got entirely new materials, built a new platform from scratch. It looks really, really fantastic. Ashley says, let's go Unrivaled weightlifting. Unrivaled has a lot of folks lifting this weekend. I saw from the start list. So they are ready to go and showing strong numbers. I think we already have some Unrivaled weightlifting supporters in the audience today. And the audience is, I have to say, it's more than I expected for this early. I think it's only going to get bigger, and eventually it'll be standing room only. My guess is before lunchtime it'll be standing room only here at CrossFit RVA. But that platform really looks fantastic.
It's really nice. I like that logo. It looks like the Golden State Warrior logo a little bit.
But it's the Richmond skyline.
Yes, no, of course.
What if it just was the Golden State Warriors logo?
I wouldn't know. I couldn't tell the difference. It just looks fantastic. It's just very nice, very fashionable, very clean, not too noisy, but it's very nice. I like it.
Yeah, this is fantastic. Now, when you were, Mike, when you were a national level lifter, I almost said international.
No, let's not go
when you were a
crazy.
national level lifter,
yes.
Were there platforms that slick looking even at national meets?
No. National meets. I would say USA Weightlifting does a good job of making it a national environment, making it a higher quality event. I mean, especially now. So back in my day, it was good. It was really good. But today, it's just outstanding. But national events, very nice platforms. It's my understanding they still use the 1996 platform from the Olympics at USA Weightlifting national events.
Really?
Yes. When Piros Dimas was in America at the Nationals a few months ago, he actually took some photos of himself on the platform that he won a gold medal in Atlanta on, and then he went and watched the 85 kilo men's A session at the national championships, and not as good a competition as the 96 Atlanta Olympics.
A lot of people going for aggressive totals right out of the gate, and I think it was like 9 out of 16 bomb outs.
They didn't win it.
They didn't win it. That was it. Nationals was, it looked good, it looked slick, and Salt Lake City. Salt Lake City put on a good show.
Debbie Millette, Phil Andrews, those were the key folks who made that happen, who made the magic happen in Salt Lake City.
Now, Mike, do you want to see more? Salt Lake City is not, maybe the most major city that we would think. It's not in New York,
the worst
not
city.
Chicago.
It's not Buffalo.
But Mike's from Buffalo.
I'm
folks.
from Buffalo. It's okay.
But do you want to see? Do you want to see more competitions in places like Salt Lake?
Yeah, I want to see weightlifting spread out. I think it has to be in cities that can facilitate the sports, the growth of the sports. For example, the Pan Ams next year will be in Miami, Florida.
Miami, Florida has
a big base. South Florida has a big base of weightlifting. I can name a few people. I don't want to leave anyone out, but I know, Pablo Roman at CrossFit, Muscle Farm. I know Danny Camargo is in Florida. He's the president of the LWC. Camargo Concepts. CrossFit Soul, Danny at CrossFit Soul, just to name a few people, and that's probably doing an injustice to many other people down in that area of the world. But South Florida and the state of Florida, they have a great community of weightlifting. So it's great to see that a big event like the Pan Ams is going to be able to be fostered there, and I think it'll thrive there. It's obviously geographically very close to a lot of the Pan-American federations.
Yep.
It's a lot easier for Cuba, Brazil, other countries to fly to Miami than Salt Lake City,
Buffalo.
for example. Buffalo, definitely.
So we have our first lifter coming on in under a minute. Doug Carter has on the comments asked us to talk about the weight classes.
Yes.
This session is men's 56, 62, 69, and the 72B lifters. So that is who is lifting here in this first session. We have our first lifter coming up, Rubel Kazi, who is lifting out of Total Training. So we have our first lifter about to walk on, Rubel. Oh, and he misses it behind.
Good pull. You just got to get tight. It's that last 5%. You got to just catch it tight and stand up with it. But I have faith he's going to come back, make another strong effort. He's got 2 minutes.
He had plenty of pull. I mean,
Yes.
I think he definitely makes that. Definitely makes that on his next attempt. Looked really strong. So it was 56 kilos. I had originally said it was 58, so it was right at body weight for Rubel, who weighed in at 56 today.
Can you bring the start list back up for a second?
Sure can.
Rubel he's born in 98, so I think he's still a youth lifter. He's definitely a junior lifter.
He's a junior lifter. He's a little bit above the youth.
He's
Yeah.
above youth. Okay.
And he's lifting out of Total Training.
Yes.
So if there are any Total Training
Coach-
supporters and fans on the stream today,
Coach Keith Wright. I'm sure Coach Keith's going to tell him something that's just going to trigger in his head, make it pop, and he's going to come back and stick that lift. He's going to make a good lift and a good comeback, I hope. But meanwhile, we have 2 minutes on the clock.
speed was good, positioning was good for Rubel. Just needs to kind of stick that lift a little bit, stick it in the hole. He lost it. I thought he actually had the lift. He had it in the hole. He had it stabilized. It just lost it behind him.
Could be nerves. It could be 7 a.m. lifting. It could be a lot of things, but hopefully get that out of the way.
First lift of the day, so
Yeah.
hey Mom, for everyone watching
Mom.
at home, if you wondered what we actually looked like and not just what our voices are, sorry to disappoint. We'll have some much better looking people on guest commentating later today. It is what it is.
It is what it is.
Great crowd. More people are trickling in as we talk. We probably have around 60 people already watching here live at CrossFit RVA, 7:22 a.m., which is really fantastic. It would take a lot to get me out of bed at this time of day to lift, let alone come support my friends. Maybe if you promise me donuts and coffee.
I'll promise you coffee and donuts.
Well, that's what we had this morning when our crew arrived.
That's Breakfast of Champions.
Got us rolling. So we have Rubel back on the clock with 33 seconds for his second attempt at 56. Rubel's going to come back on. Bet he's going to stick this lift, this first snatch of the competition for Rubel. This is his second attempt, 56 kilograms, for the 56 kilogram lifter.
Here we go. Tight, head up, head up, head up. All right, good lift. Good
Gets
lift.
the down signal, good lift there. Way to come back out and nail it. That's great. He nailed that. Stabilized at the bottom.
Yep.
Still got plenty of pull. That didn't look super, super heavy for Rubel.
Oh, I wonder how long he's been lifting for. That would be a good question when we see him later.
Yeah, definitely. It's hard. It's got to be hard to be. You know, I was never in
He's
the
20.
lighter.
He's 20 years old. Obviously.
No, he's
roughly.
18.
He's 18.
He's 18
I thought
years
he's
old.
born 90. Oh,
Born in '98.
So you're 2016, isn't it? It's only,
Yeah, 20.
It's only 2016. Feels like we're into the future.
It's got to be hard. You know, Mike, you lifted as a 56 kilogram
Yes.
lifter for a while.
Yes.
I never did. I was always a bit bigger, a bit chunkier, you could say. Do you remember ever having to take the first lift of a competition?
Probably at some point I did. You know, I mean, I was lucky enough. A lot of my career, I lived in the New York area, which is a pretty hotbed of weightlifting, but between New York, New Jersey, Philadelphia. So you go to a weightlifting meet, you see people of all ages, all different abilities. So a lot of time I was in the middle, which is good. I didn't mind being in the middle. You're not one of the first, you're not one of the last. You know, I'm not like Kane Wilkes. Kane Wilkes, I'm sure, is always the last guy in a weightlifting meets in America.
Well, he's right now. He's the strongest guy in America, so he often
that's-
takes. Kane, who we're going to try and get on the stream a little later today, is
a direct
oftentimes taking
correlation.
his first attempt after everyone else in the competition's already lifted.
Yes.
So he's kind of going solo.
But he likes that. He likes being like an outlier.
He's had a good run the last 2 years of competition results.
I would say the last 4 years. He was a 2013 national champion at Skate Town in the Cincinnati area. 14, 15, 16. He's in the middle of a 4-year national championship run. And even before that, I think he took second a couple times. He may have taken second behind Pat Mendez or behind Cameron Swartz or Pat Judge in the before that.
Mm-hmm.
I don't have the results up from the 2008 nationals, for example, but I remember he won a few medals before he got on this run of 4 national championships, and he's not an old guy. He's like 27, 28. So I mean, he's got
some time. Yeah,
he's got another quad.
Yeah. Now explain that, because that's a term that a lot of fans of weightlifting, maybe casual fans, have heard lately when people talking about a quad. So for someone who maybe is relatively new to the sport, has only been following weightlifting for a couple of years, Mike, when someone says a quad, what are they referring
So in
to?
this case, I'm not talking about the quadriceps.
Which are very important for weightlifting.
Very important for weightlifting. So the Olympics, everything really revolves around the Olympics. The Olympics are the biggest event in an Olympic sport such as weightlifting, and they're obviously happening in about 3 weeks down in beautiful Rio de Janeiro, Brazil.
So lifting starts August 6th, I believe.
Sounds right.
Yeah, sounds about right.
America has their first. Actually, America has one of their first lifters around, in one of the first days. Morgan King in the 48 kilo weight class.
That's correct. Yeah.
Anyway, so quad is 4. So there's 4 years in between Olympics. So that's kind of all the build up to the Olympics. So to say an athlete has a quad, it means another run maybe at the Olympics. Kane was probably the first guy out of the Olympics this year for America. And you'd have to, one has to think if he continues training and staying on course like he's done the last 4 years, he's got a very good chance of Tokyo 2020. If that's in his head, we can ask him about that. Obviously, that takes a lot of work, a lot of time, a lot of commitments.
Even to maintain and stay healthy. We have Rubel Kazi coming back up for his 3rd attempt now.
Here we go,
at 59 kilograms, which is a little over 3 kilograms above Rubel's body
So
weight.
we added one on, so here we go.
He
Let's
weighed
do
in
this.
at just under 56 kilograms a little earlier today. plenty strong, just couldn't hold it at the bottom. So Rubel will be credited with his second attempt, which was at 56 kilograms for the day.
Okay. Little too back on the heels.
But I have to say, good job to Rubel for coming out, attacking that weight first thing in the morning before any other lifter. That takes a lot of guts, something I never had to do, something I probably never will have to do unless I lose a significant amount of weight.
Dave, you're great the way you are. Don't do that. You're great the way you are, Dave.
All right, on deck, we've got Andrew Dare, who is opening his snatches this morning at 62 kilograms. 62 kilograms. Andrew is out of Ronin Barbell. He's a senior lifter. He was born in 1992. So about 24, 25 years old. And he's lifting in the 69 kilogram class today, opening at 62 kilograms. Loader's adjusting the barbell, tightening it up. This great looking platform. I can see Andrew in the back pacing like a caged lion, ready to come out and nail this. And they just started his clock. He's got a minute.
Is there a change? It looks like there was a change in the order. So we have Sean Davis.
Sean Davis is up now.
Sean Davis is up.
Sean Davis is up. So it's not Andrew Dare. What you see on the screen says Andrew Dare, but Sean Davis is actually up first.
And this is part of the strategy of weightlifting competition. So every athlete will make a declaration, and then they have the athlete or the coach has two changes to jockey per position. So
this is Sean Davis currently lifting right now, not Andrew Dare.
That's probably what happened with Andrew Dare. He went up. That looks like a good lift. Let's see what the judges say. The judges said good lift.
Good lift. Power snatch. Okay, now we have Andrew Dare coming up, lifting for Ronin Barbell. So that was Sean Davis who just lifted. Andrew Dare is up next. Getting lots of great comments on the stream. We got Shelly, Kenneth, Ashley, all saying hey, all showing their love for their favorite lifters. Andrew Dare up for his first attempt at 62 kilograms.
And here we go.
Easy power snatch for Andrew.
He's got the beautiful...
No lift.
No lift?
No. Good lift, good lift, good lift. A little delay on the judges there. Good lift.
Yeah, looking at that replay, that looks like a good lift.
Looks like a good lift to me, yeah. I don't know, I was curious, maybe they called him for a press out, something we couldn't see, but
yeah.
We have a pretty good angle here on our live stream. A few angles.
We have a direct, I guess, 90-degree angle to the platform. We see everything from the side. I'm like a coach on the side. My head tilted, making sure the bar stays tight to the body. But I got great coach's angle.
We have the best view of bar path of anyone in the house
exactly.
right now.
That's what I was thinking of, the bar path.
This live stream, by the way, is brought to you by Barbend. Go to barbend.com for news, analysis, commentary, entertainment, opinion, training tips from some of the best minds in strength sport, covering weightlifting, fitness, powerlifting, and strongman. Barbend.com.
Some CrossFit items I've read about.
Reading a lot about where we have some people
fitness,
giving
nutrition.
Opinions on everything from training to changes in competition policy for USA weightlifting, the CrossFit Games, IPF competitions, strongman competitions. It's all on there. So if you're looking for some great content relating to strength sports, whether you're interested in any of the above, whether you're a powerlifter, a weightlifter, or just learning to learn more about the world of strength, barbend.com, relatively new site, started in March of this year, late March of this year actually. Already one of the bigger websites when it comes to strength sports online. A lot of traffic, a lot of engaged users, and we are, I guess we should say, bringing this live stream to you courtesy of Barbend, completely free. Everything will be completely free over the course of the weekend. All the streams. Next we have Johnny Montoya up. 65 kilogram attempt. Here we go.
Boom.
Easy power snatch for Johnny. Lowers it down, lowers the weight down.
Good lift, good lift.
Good lift, 3 whites.
Oh, look at his socks. He's got tie-dye socks on. Fashionable this morning.
That was a snappy looking lift, Mike. Look at that.
I like it.
Straight to lockout,
That's what
really
I
punched
want to
up.
see. All good lifts this morning. I want to see all white lights.
We have Andrew Dare getting ready for his second attempt snatch.
I love the atmosphere in this room. Playing some music, playing some rock music at 7:30 in the morning. More and more people are trickling in.
The platform looks great.
Oh, it's amazing.
The plates look great. Brand new barbell. Andrew Dare coming up for his second attempt. Looks like he's declared at 65 kilograms.
All right. Let's see it.
Up, we had a change, 66 kilograms for Andrew. Coming up for attempt number 2. So the loaders are going to throw those half-kilo plates on each side of the bar. Doug says my son is lifting. We're wishing him luck. Doug's asking, who are you watching for? Got plenty of people watching on the stream. The stream is actually gaining more views. People are waking up, wanting to watch some weightlifting over breakfast and coffee. Folks, you can actually share this live stream. If you're watching on Facebook, you can literally just share this live stream with 1 or 2 clicks to your wall. More people are going to see it. We encourage you to share.
Share it on all your social media, Facebook, obviously, Twitter, Instagram.
So Sean Davis is actually up now. Scoreboard hasn't quite caught up with that. So Sean Davis is the lifter currently walking out. Looks like declared for 66 kilograms. Sean Davis, second attempt, 66 kilograms. Sean is a 77 kilogram lifter. So not quite approaching body weight, but he power snatched his first attempt. And let's see what he can do here on attempt number 2. Oh, no lift.
Hold it really high. You need to sit a little bit deeper. It's hard. It's easier said than done, obviously, but you need to sit more. Get under that bar.
He has got, I tell you what, he has got plenty of pull.
Agreed.
Plenty of pull on that bar. We have 2 shares now. We have Kenneth, thank you for sharing the live video of this stream here at the RVA Open Session 1. Kenneth shared the stream and said, good morning all. Watch some weightlifting this morning. It's good for the soul. And watch our local badass lift and wear really tight onesies. You know what? I support all of that.
Sounds good to me.
I think watching weightlifting is good for the soul. We have Andrew Dare up for his second attempt now.
We are wearing tight t-shirts, so close enough to a onesie.
Here's Andrew attempting 66 kilograms. Gets a down signal. See what the judges give him. Good lift,
That's
3
good
whites.
lift. 3 white lights for Andrew.
Another easy power snatch for Andrew. Sean Davis on deck for his third attempt. Looks like he's going to go after 67 kilograms, so going up 1 kilo from attempt number 2. Now, folks, a lot of these are younger lifters, newer lifters. For some of them, this might be their first competition. Having a good positive first competition experience, I can't think of a better place to have a first competition than the RVA Open.
Beautiful facility. Jake Rowell's obviously done a great job. That goes without saying. It's a beautiful facility, beautiful background, professional videography, photography, musicography. It's very great. If I was lifting still, I would want to lift here.
Can I just say, too, that The lighting on this platform is fantastic. Probably the best I've ever seen for like a local meet.
It's professional grade. By far, it has to be professional grade.
James Brown just shared our stream on Facebook, and he said the RVA Open has some of the best weightlifting athletes from around the nation competing today. If you want to watch weightlifting today, this is the place to do it online. We have great athletes, lots of them, great atmosphere, spectators, sponsors, live stream. The RVA Open is where weightlifting is at right now.
If you're in Richmond, Virginia, make sure you get down here today. It's early right now, but later on when you got a Travis Cooper, a James Tatum, you're going to want to see this in person.
Sean Davis going up for his
Here we go,
third
Sean
attempt.
Davis. Boom.
Oh, just misses it. That's no good for Sean Davis's third attempt.
So close. I thought he had that one. He got like you said earlier, Dave. Great pull. He got it back really nice. Just that last little 5%. Just couldn't hang on to it.
So Sean Davis will be credited with his opener at 62 kilograms.
Yeah, we'll see him. We'll see him in the clean jerk. Come out for more, I'm sure, or get after it in clean jerk. Up now, we're at the third attempt for Andrew Dare, 68 kilos on the bar.
These loaders are doing a great job, Mike. The audience just put on a round of applause for the loaders.
Yes.
They're doing good work this morning.
They lift more weight than anybody.
Over the course of the day,
Over the
easily.
course of session, easily, yeah.
And it gets more and more. As the loaders are going to be sweating by the Invitational tonight.
Of course. Well, it's a hot city. We're going to be sweating.
True. It's yesterday was the hottest day of the year in Richmond. It approached 100 degrees.
Well.
But don't let that dissuade you from coming on down if you're in Richmond checking out the RVA Open. It is air conditioned.
It's air conditioned. They have
nice and
they
cool
have
in
water here. Refreshing. Probably Gatorade somewhere too.
You can buy a Kill Cliff, buy a Fit Aid.
Oh.
I'm sure they have all that. This is a CrossFit gym.
I'm sure they got it all.
This is a nice CrossFit gym.
It is.
This is a big one.
It's very nice. You know what surprised me? There was a sign. We went past it. There was a sign. It was easy to find. A lot of CrossFits I go to, they're in the back of a warehouse, of a park. I can't find it. This one, easy to find.
Yeah, 100. I couldn't agree with you more. So it looks like we have a weight change again. The next lifter will be Logan Griffith, who is a youth lifter born in 2001.
My goodness, 2001. I was in high school in 2001.
2001. So he will be attempting 70 kilograms. A youth lifter. There's some fantastic up-and-coming youth lifters in the United States. Logan being one of them.
Are. It's exciting to see, what they do in the next 10 years. The next 10 years, these youth lifters are going to be the senior lifters of America.
They're the next one. They're the next wave. They're already here. Some of them are already setting world records. Logan.
At least one of them. Whoop. Speed on him, dropped fast.
Oh man, that was a beautiful lift. That was real snappy, real quick. 3 white lights for Logan. It was opening attempt of 70 kilograms. These youth lifters, they're dialed in. They're not just gripping and ripping. They are dialed in.
It's great that there are so many kids getting started at an early age. This is what traditional world powerhouses have. They have a lot of kids, and they have early on they learn technique and they learn how to lift properly as compared to just I'm going to get really strong and see what I can do. And that's it. Logan, one example of what America needs, and it's great to see it. That was a great lift. That was very fast, very technically sound.
Okay, we got Johnny Montoya coming up for his second attempt at 70 kilograms. Johnny Montoya, second attempt, 70 kilos. Nails it.
All right, good power lift, power snatch.
Good power.
He puts the power in power snatch.
3 whites. 3 whites. Those look great. Those look like warm-up lifts to me.
I agree with you.
For Johnny Montoya.
So getting a quick workout in on the platform.
What do you think he goes to next? I say he should go for 80, try and catch a little lower, pull himself under the bar. He
80,
has it in him.
75. I should say 75.
Oh, 75. You're right.
75
you're
would be
right.
my guess.
Sorry, I would agree with that.
You're going crazy here, Dave. 80.
10-kilo jumps.
10-kilo jumps. I mean, crazier things have happened. Didn't at the Pan Ams this past year? Wes Kitts, formerly of the New York Rhinos, now on the Team USA Pan Am team. He took a 13-kilo jump in the snatch, and he made it.
Andrew Dare is up now for his third attempt. It's 70 kilograms. This is to go 3 for 3 in the snatch portion of today's event.
Let's see it. Come on, Andrew. Let's see it.
Oh, misses it behind. So he'll be credited with his second attempt today at 66 kilograms. 2 for 3 day on the snatch for Andrew. Not bad.
All right.
Getting a lot of awesome comments on this thread. Kenneth says Logan is a monster. He lifts a takeover. His coach Brian is a genius. I have to say, he looks like a monster. Brian Kirkendall at Takeover Weightlifting is Logan's coach, in case anyone was wondering how you get a youth lifter with that kind of dialed-in technique.
So on the start list, his snatch was 47 kilos.
44. With youth lifters, you give them a year, they add 50 kilos to their total.
This is true. They also, they gained 20 kilos in body weight. He may have done that weighing 35 kilos.
Yeah, fair.
All right, so bar is set now, 74 kilos for the second attempt of Logan Griffith. Let's see if it stays at 74.
The thing I really loved about Logan's first attempt, too, is he was obviously fast. He obviously has the speed, the mobility, the timing, but he stayed at the bottom and stabilized. He didn't rush up. He didn't rush the lift. He has the maturity as a youth lifter, as a 15, 16-year-old, to stick down there.
Well, that's something you learn. It's good to learn at an early age, because that's how you are able to make much bigger lifts.
Yeah.
I mean, when you look at top American senior level lifters and international senior level lifters, that's something they're doing too. They're controlling the weight in all aspects of the lift.
So we have Joseph Gosman, who's actually coming up for his first attempt
Breaking
at
out,
75 kilograms.
yes, breaking out the big red plates.
We're into the reds.
We're done with the blue plate special. We're in the reds.
The bar keeps going up. It does not go down. We've got Joseph Gosman up for his first attempt. Joseph is a senior lifter. Lifts out of aliquid barbell. Not sure how to say that. His coach is Gary Miller. Joel Quintong just asked a question on the stream. I think we'll get to that after Joseph's next lift, but Joel Quintong just made an appearance. Is Mr. Graber available for private coaching lessons or celebrity appearances for a fee, of course? We'll have to address that after this lift, maybe.
Yes, after that lift, that's a good conversational topic. But here we go, Joe Gasman. Here we go, 75 kilos on the bar. Let's see it, Joe.
First lift for the 62-kilo lifter. And he makes it.
That looks good to me.
He makes it.
Three
whites.
That looks good to the refs. Looks good to me and Dave.
I think the refs are a little more important in this context.
Just in that context.
So
in other contexts, probably also. But
let's get back to this question Joel asked.
So let's set up the story real quick. So Joel Quintong, for those who do not know, is the Dean of Weightlifting at Sacred Heart University in Fairfield, Connecticut.
Which is just, 40 minutes north of New York City?
Yeah, he's in the ballpark. He likes the Mets. He's in the New York City area. So a couple years ago, Joel Quintong had his second child or first child, I forget which one, but he had several athletes who qualified for the national championships in Salt Lake City. And we'll continue on after the second attempt here now. Logan Griffin, 75 kilos.
Just misses it behind. Was really fighting for it there at the end. Look, he chases down his own bar. These youth lifters are polite in addition to
Very
being
polite.
good.
And had hair, really good hair too.
We're going to see a lot of good lifting here
We're going to see a
today.
lot of good lifting hair. Okay, so finish the story. Joel Quintong had a child, couldn't go to the senior national championships. As being a good friend, I went out, was there anyways, roughing or something. I helped his athletes to a certain extent, and in exchange, I received adult beverages from Joel Quintong. We had a tab sent directly to his corporate accounts.
You got to love the barter system there, huh?
Yeah, bartering at its best. So thank you, Joel Quintong, for all the adult beverages throughout the years.
We got Johnny Montoya coming up for his third attempt, 75 kilos. Full snatches it.
Love it.
He had power snatch his first 2 attempts.
He just needed more weight, Dave. He needed more weight to push him down.
You know,
It's too light. The bar was too light for him.
he's just too strong for the weight he had on the bar.
He didn't know how strong he was.
That was a good looking lift. He stabilized at the bottom.
I'm in agreement with you.
He's got the mobility. He just didn't need it for the first 2 lifts. I have always had the opposite problem.
He needed more mobility.
I didn't have the mobility. Probably could have used it.
And also to finish, I guess, Joel Quintong's thought process, if anyone wants to come work out with me in North Jersey, you're more than welcome to. Send me a Facebook message. We'll get a bro session or something. We'll get a pump session. Get some snatches, some clean and jerks, some squats, whatever you want to do. You're in North Jersey. Heck, if you're in the New York tri-state area, let's get a workout in.
Kenneth said his hair is just all right. Speaking of hair, sorry to cut you off. I think his hair is great.
I think it's great, but to be fair, I have no hair anymore, so I am biased towards anyone with hair.
Maybe we can, if Kane the Dragon Wilkes cuts his hair later today, maybe he can donate as a wig.
Why did we not get Kane the Dragon Wilkes to put on a Hair for Athletes seminar?
I don't know, but Logan's going to nail this 76 kilogram snatch. Third attempt on the day. Just missed his second one behind. Fantastic looking lift for Logan, who will be credited with his third attempt. 3 white lights, 76 kilograms.
I'm going to watch this replay. Off the floor, looked a little bit slow, a little bit out front, but he came back and made some adjustments. I take it back. That was not out front. That was good. That was a very good lift.
Logan Griffith's just one of a large number of very promising youth lifters in America today. This is the next wave. It's people like Logan, lifters like Logan, who you're going to see a lot of over the next 5-10 years.
Well, he's roughly 15 years old. Is
15, 16,
what,
yeah.
What weight class is he in? Is he 56 or 62?
Logan weighed in at a little over 58 kilos today, so he's lifting at 62.
Okay, so he's a light 62. Good for him.
So we'll probably
But that's good. He's got room to grow.
Yeah.
That's great. You don't want to, you don't want to stunt these kids in a lower weight class. You want to let them grow naturally. This is going to be opening attempt now for Jose Casado, 78 kilos on the bar.
Jose lifts out of RVA weightlifting right here,
Yes.
and his coach is Jake, who's running this event. So we got a hometown hero right now.
There he is.
Jake was actually warming up a little bit yesterday when they were setting up the platform. Yeah.
Jake coaches a lot of people. Jake coaches a varied group of people. He's got young kids. He has national medalists, senior national medalists.
Here we go. Jose Casado, first attempt, 78 kilograms.
Boom.
Nails it.
And he has the pink Nike Romaleos on, too. You don't see that very often,
So he is
but he's very fashionable.
very fashionable.
Good for him. Pink and black. He's like Bret the Hitman Hart's.
I like those RVA weightlifting singlets.
Yeah,
the
I
black
do too.
ones.
Very stylish.
Yeah. They look really good. We got more and more people watching the stream. Thank you for tuning in this morning.
My goodness, we're at over 60
Over 60
people
early in the morning.
currently.
Remember, folks, you can share the stream onto your Facebook page. Share it with your friends, your family members, other fans of these lifters. Share and show some support because more people see the stream. More people see this session that way. Elvis Montoya up for his first attempt. Another one at 78 kilograms, following Jose Casado. And Elvis up on deck. Easy. Caught that above parallel. Elvis Montoya, that's going to be a good first attempt at 78 kilograms in the snatch. Good work, Elvis. Looks like we got Bradley Jenkins up next with his first attempt. It's going to be at 79 kilograms. Bradley's another youth lifter, born in 99.
I'm doing the math in my head. I make him roughly 17 years old.
About 16 or 17, yeah, 17 years old.
Year of birth of
1999.
well, yeah, but year of 17 is his weightlifting age. Regardless of if he's 16 or 17, currently at this day and time, he's in the year of 17.
Yeah, a lot of people are unaware of that. They don't. Folks who aren't so familiar with weightlifting, especially at the international level, don't realize that it's about
just calendar year. So if you were born early in the year, you have an advantage over someone born in December.
Right.
I mean, you have an advantage in terms of just physically being more mature and older, especially in a youth level or junior level. There's more of a it's noticed more.
So Bradley, who's wearing a USA Born Primitive singlet, which looks really slick, by the way.
Yes, agreed.
Opener at 79 kilograms.
Good lifting and good looking lifting. Same session.
Here we go, Bradley. First attempt.
Oof. Boom. Good opener. Good opener.
Great opener. I saw from the side a straight up and down bar path on
fast.
that. Yeah, he's quick.
If you sneeze, you're going to miss it. You're going to miss his lifting.
That was a good lift. I enjoyed that. Got real low in the hole there. I don't think I've ever been that deep in a squat in my life. These loaders, by the way, they have some experience.
They're doing a good job, yeah. They're keeping things moving.
I always liken loaders to a NASCAR pit crew.
Yeah.
But I don't know if that's...
No, I think it's a very good analogy.
Is that fair?
Yeah, I think it's a fair statement because NASCAR, you want to get out of the pit stop as soon as possible, and you want to get out of the intermission of no lifting as soon as possible so you can get back into the lifting, so you can get back into the competition. Regardless if the competition is racing a car or racing some weights.
Lifting's oftentimes a thankless job, I think. Lifters don't get a lot of credit, but they should.
Yes.
Joseph Gasman up for his second attempt. He's going for 80 kilograms after a nice first 75.
Good 5 kilo jump here.
Shot out from under that a little bit.
You gotta finish that pull, you gotta sit a little bit faster. I'm sure there's all the things that his coach is gonna tell him going into the back room there. There we go, we got a replay. Gotta keep that head up also, that's a big thing. Don't drop your head. Okay, well, I saw a replay. Sorry about to the viewers at home. But keeping your head up, that's something I think I'd like to talk about real briefly. Keeping your head up, because the bar goes where your head goes in weightlifting. So you want to keep your head up or at least straight. Joe dropped his head on that one, and they kind of just spit him out the back. So keeping good positions. I'm sure that's something his coach is going to tell him in the back room. We got a 2-minute clock running on Joe. but definitely not a weight that he can't do. I have faith he can come back and make this because it just has to keep those positions.
Yeah.
Do things, technically sound.
I agree with that.
We're at 80 kilos on the bar, so the third attempt now for Joe Gasman. Lots of lifting still to go in this session. Lots of lifting still to go throughout the day. This is session 1 of about 5. Around 3 o'clock, we're going to have an invitational women's session.
4 o'clock.
4 o'clock, sorry.
4 p.m.
Sorry.
Yep.
I'll
No
be here
worries.
at 3, but 4 is when the lifting starts.
We'll be here all day.
Well, let's talk about that real quick. Who are some of these women who are going to be in this invitational? We got Rachel Davis. She's a 75-plus athlete who's been on the national stage. We got the start list in front of us. We have Jennifer Butler, who's a national medalist, I believe, from East Coast Gold in the Philadelphia area. Stephanie Lemon, who a couple of months ago competed internationally in Brazil.
That was her first international meet.
That invitational meet. Jacqueline Long from RVA Weightlifting. She's a hometown girl, national medalist.
Heather Farmer from Metropolitan Elite.
Yeah,
from
the New York area,
City lifter.
national level lifter. I think she took 5th at nationals, or
Right around there.
right around there.
Right
Yeah,
around there, yeah.
not a medalist, right outside the medal podium.
She was born in '89. She's right in the prime.
These
right in the
these
prime,
ladies
yeah.
are all in their prime.
Yeah.
Sarah Carter, 48 kilo, national level 48 kilo lady, athlete, coached by my good friend Don McCauley, the Magic Man himself.
Mary Hall, also, who's coached by Phil Sabatini, who we were talking about a little bit earlier, who's basically busting out of the arms of his shirt backstage. I saw him
At this point, I'm shocked he still wears a shirt.
I
think people.
If I looked like him, I would.
I wouldn't wear a shirt.
I wouldn't wear a shirt.
I wouldn't leave the beach as I had to. But so I was talking to him back there. He is now a professor. So there's something to talk to him about. He's a teacher in a university. I believe he's at Old Dominion University.
Oh, fantastic.
Yeah. So he had been a strength and conditioning coach with a college football program in Virginia. I want to say VMI, Virginia Military Institute. And now he's gone into the classroom and he's a professor of kinesiology.
Well, we got
So we got that to look forward to. But right now we have to look forward to third attempts. Joe Gasman.
going for 81 kilos.
Here we go.
Misses it behind. Plenty of pull on that.
On your pull. Sat really good. It's that stabilization at the bottom.
I think he got a little out in front of him, and he looped it a little bit, I think, actually. Looks like Elvis Montoya will be up for his second attempt. That's who's listed to go up right now. Second attempt. That could change, though. These things happen. These things tend to change a little bit occasionally. Thank you for everyone tuning in, by the way. It's just hit 8 a.m. We're in Richmond, Virginia at the RVA Open and Invitational Weightlifting Competition. We got plenty of people watching the live stream. All right, Elvis Montoya up at 81 kilograms. Oh, just misses it in front. Good attempt there for
Good
Elvis.
attempt for Elvis. He's got one more to go.
So we're just seeing some comments on the stream. Thank you for pointing this out, folks, on the stream. The previous lifter was not Joe. So it looks like there was a little mix-up there on the scoreboard right behind the platform. So thank you for pointing that out, folks.
Thank you. We depend on you to correct all my mistakes.
Correct all our mistakes. And that was one that we saw on the scoreboard. So occasionally there'll be a little discrepancy there. But obviously, lifters will be credited with the lifts they actually make. So thanks for pointing that out. Jacob Willis, really, really appreciate that. Allison Starr, really appreciate that. First session today, still working out some kinks for both the competition and on the live stream, but things are running pretty smoothly so far, and we appreciate you folks tuning in, sharing, and commenting, and keeping it active, showing support for these lifters. Bradley Jenkins up for now his second attempt at 81 kilograms.
All right, here we go. He looked good on his first attempt. So let's go, Bradley. Let's keep it going.
Just misses it.
Kind of
Collapses
crashed,
below the bottom,
crashed on him there in the bottom. But good pull. Good pull. It's that last, 5% just stabilizing, locking those elbows out, tightening up, standing up with it. So we're just going to tighten that up. (8:02 a.m. Eastern Standard Time or 5:02 a.m. Pacific Standard Time. We have a little over 60 people tuning in right now. While we got... Oh,
this is Joe.
This is Joe Gasman.
Thank you, Jacob Willis, for keeping us honest. Appreciate it. We're all synced up.
All right, he caught his pull there. He tried getting a little sneaky on it, no lift.
Look like he's got a little bit of a limp going on today. He may have pulled something warming up there. Great attempt, great way to attack it, but it looks like
definitely.
he's just got a little limp going on.
All the athletes so far really coming after it. Regardless of good lift or bad lift, they're giving them all, they're all this morning, and it's great to watch.
Bradley Jenkins is on deck for his third attempt, going after 81 kilograms again. By the way, for the folks at home, thank you guys so much for commenting, showing your support for these lifters. They're going to go back and read all the comments. Who wouldn't? So show your support, give them some shout-outs, give them some comments, send them some questions, show them some love. They're going to love it on the stream here. All these comments go directly with the stream. It's a great way to interact, show your support. And Bradley Jenkins about ready to come out for his last snatch attempt of the day.
His friends call him B-Rad.
Is that true?
I don't know. I made that up right now. But it sounds like it would be cool if they did. Tight. Boom. That's a good looking lift to me.
Nice lift.
All right.
Get 3 whites.
All right. The refs agreed with me. But no, good lift. Much better. Good comeback from his last attempt where he was not successful, but much better pull, much better stabilization, much better stand up.
He fought for that one.
He fought for that one.
Yeah.
So whatever his coach told him, it worked. Good coaching as well. Good coaching comeback. A good lifting comeback.
Folks, remember you can share the stream live on your Facebook page, so your friends and family and a lot of the other supporters for these lifters can see it right off our page. I want to point out that according to Facebook, we have already had 18 shares today, which is really fantastic.
That's only been about an hour, roughly an hour.
And the first hour of the day.
First hour of the day.
So the more people who share, the more people are going to see this. That's fantastic.
And it's only going to get better. And by that, I mean our commentary, not the lifting. Lifting is great already. Our commentary has nowhere to go but up.
Well, we're going to get gradually more caffeinated throughout the day.
Of course.
And eventually we're going to get some guest commentators
Yeah, of
on,
course.
so it'll be
We'll get
better.
Dragon. Kane, whatever Kane Dragon Wilkes wants to say, I can't wait. This is a man who's competed. This is a man who's competed in Poland, in Kazakhstan, Houston, Texas.
Well, speaking of a man competing today, Jose Casado's up for his third attempt snatch at 82 kilograms. He's an RVA weightlifter, coached by Jake. Let's give him some support in the comments, folks. Everyone from RVA watching along.
Hometown favorite. Nice. Oh,
Nailed it.
Nailed it. Exactly.
That
Nailed
was a
it.
great look. We saw that lift. Mike and I are sitting right here on the side, folks. We saw that lift from the side. Looked even better from the side. The one cool thing that Barbend is doing for these lifters is they're actually sending all of these lifters, every one of those lifts from multiple angles. The week after the competition, we are going to be sending each lifter a video of each of their lifts from multiple angles, including some slow-mo, so they can analyze their lifts, performances, go over with their coaches, doing that completely for free, courtesy of Barbent.
It's all gratis. Gratis.
Jacob Wyatt, loving Mike Graber on the commentary. I love Mike Graber on the commentary too, and I'm another commentator.
Thank you so much. I'm here for people like you, Jake. The fans. I'm here for the fans. I'm here for the lifters. Let's not kid ourselves. I'm here for the lifters.
And I'm just here for the Mike Graber commentary.
Oh my goodness.
I'm honored that they let me on the commentary with Mike Graber.
Those people over at Barbend are some nice folks. They'll let you on the podcast, on the webcast with Mike Graber.
Well, they knew I wouldn't have anything else to do this weekend.
They said, how can we get him out of bed at 7 a.m. or 5 a.m., whatever.
Okay, Elvis Montoya is up for his third attempt next. He's going for 83 kilograms, 83 on the bar for Elvis Montoya.
Great. Now, I've said this already, but great environment this morning. There's more and more people trickling in, getting some seats. There's still room in the back and on the sides, but great music, great environments. Oh, that's a good lift.
That was a solid
Straight up and down,
lift.
good pull, good sit, fast sit.
Elvis is going to be credited with 83 kilograms as his final snatch of the day. 2 for 3 on the snatch.
When I used to lift weights, if I went 2 for 3, not a perfect day, but I would have loved 2 for 3. I mean, there were definitely days when I would compete and make one of my lifts, and not that great. But I think that was more norm for me, was like 1 or 3 or 2 or 3. So 2 or 3 definitely would have been a celebratory day for me. Or really anyone from New Jersey that I lifted with, but
It's hard to be disappointed with a 2 for 3 performance.
it's a majority of your lists.
It's hard to be bummed.
But a lot of these young kids we're seeing go 2 for 3, 3 for 3, and it's good that they have a higher standard than I had in my day.
Folks, we love hearing your comments and reading your comments on the stream. It makes it interesting, gives Mike Graber things to talk about.
Let us know where you're from. I know there's probably a lot of people from Virginia watching. Dave and I both live in the New York City tri-state area. I grew up in upstate New York. Dave grew up in Kentucky. But let us know where you're from. If you're from, at some point during the day, we're going to have people from all over the world, I'm sure, all over the country, different countries. Let us know.
We actually do have international viewers already.
Oh, really?
Yeah, we have some international viewers. I won't say exactly how many.
I'd love to know where they're from. That's interesting to me.
Jacob Parks, first attempt, 85 kilograms.
Look at these plates, these Vulcan plates. These are very stylish plates. They have a big white, bigger than I've ever seen a white 5 kilo plate. It's very nice. Boom.
Great first lift for Jacob Parks.
That looks really good.
3 whites, great first lift. Good work, Jacob.
He's got, looks like tape around his, right below his knee.
Yeah, or some kind of compression strip.
Tape.
I used to wear those when I was playing rugby in college, actually.
Okay, I mean, yeah,
Keep my
maybe
kneecap
just
a little solid.
a
little extra support.
Extra support, exactly.
Yeah. You see that a lot of some soccer players these days.
Safety first, Dave. That's what we say over at Barbend. Safety first.
That's I say that at Barbend too sometimes.
I say it when I'm writing articles for Barbend. Safety first. Usually to myself, though. So it's good to talk to someone else.
This live stream coming to you courtesy of barbend.com here at the RVA Open and Invitational 2016.
If you found the live stream, you probably know this, but share it with your friends. You can find the live stream at Barbend's Facebook page.
And also on barbend.com and at the RVAOpen.com.
RVAOpen.com, RVA's Facebook page as well.
We just got a shout out from Mark Garner, shout out from Chesapeake, Virginia. Mark, thanks so much for tuning in. We appreciate that. And
Chesapeake, Virginia. That's a beautiful part of the state, part of the country. Chesapeake. I believe I drove through Chesapeake the other day getting here.
Douglas Carter, first attempt, 87 kilograms. Oh, just misses it behind.
Good pull. He went for the power snatch also.
Douglas Carter, by the way, lifts out of Unrivaled Weightlifting, and his coach is Kenny Wright.
Kenny Wright has a few lifters this session.
Sure does.
Busy man this morning.
Kenny Wright also coaches Brian Holland.
Oh, he coached our first lifter of the day, Coach Rubel Kazi.
That's Keith Wright.
That's Keith Wright.
Keith
Oh, sorry,
Wright. We got
sorry.
Kenny Wright and Keith Wright.
Sorry. All right, so clock is now running. Brian Holland, his opening attempt. So here we go. Brian Holland, opening attempt, 87 kilos.
That'll be a good lift for Brian Holland.
So I'm sure there are people who are. All right, so we are a shade under 200,000 people watching.
Reached.
Not watching at this point, but we're bound to get there watching at some point.
Well, right now it's the great thing about Facebook live streaming is people who might not already be fans of these lifters or fans of the competition get exposed to it.
I think lots of people are fans of competition, regardless of what the sport or the venue. People love watching competition.
Douglas Carter, second attempt.
All right,
Just
no
misses
lift,
it.
just missed it. He had to finish that pull. It was out in front of him a little bit. Opening attempt, I'm sure he's going to come back and make it. His coach is going to give him some cues, some thoughts. He's going to come back out here and just crush his weight, just smoke it. But we're at 87 kilos. For people at home who may not be as familiar with pounds to kilos, because let's face it, we're American.
This is America.
Still America. That's about 191 pounds. 2.2 pounds per 1 kilo. Throughout the day, I'll try and incorporate that a little bit as well. If Phil Andrews or anyone from the United Kingdom is watching, we'll try and do stones, but usually stones wouldn't apply until you have bigger weights. So the two main metrics would be kilos and pounds in America.
Stones just doesn't sound as impressive. I'm lifting two stones.
2 stones.
2 stones.
And it's usually body weight, from my understanding. I think Phil Andrews has corrected me in the past about stone utilization in words. I'm not actually from the United Kingdom, but he is. He is actually from the United Kingdom.
Phil Andrews is a charming guy.
He's a gentleman and a scholar. He wears suits a lot. He's very well dressed. Loves hockey.
Really, I didn't know he was a hockey fan.
Oh, that was his first love growing up. He was.
That makes sense.
He was a high-level hockey player in the United Kingdom, and now he is the CEO of USA Weightlifting.
So that is it makes sense. That's all. Most CEOs of USA Weightlifting, don't actually start in United Kingdom hockey.
No, but
Doug Carter.
Here we go,
Third
Doug
attempt.
Carter.
He's got to make this.
Do or die. Do or die. Do or die. Tight. Oh. All right, fortunately, no lift. Great fight for Doug. Cut his pull a little bit. He fought for it, though. He fought for that lift. Didn't make it. Almost took out the center referee, but unfortunately, no lift for Doug at 87 kilos. Not there today.
He'll have to come back and hit it on the clean and jerk.
Exactly. Have to come, just get after it in the clean and jerk.
So for those of you who might not be we have a lot of people watching the stream now and tuning in. For those who are maybe new to weightlifting or aren't as exposed to weightlifting, if you don't make any of your snatches, in most competitions you can still come back and attempt clean and jerks. You just won't total. You won't post a total for the day. It's called oftentimes referred to as a bomb out. So Doug just bombed out on the snatch. However, he could come back a little later, at least in this competition, and hit some big clean and jerks, which we'd love to see. Those loaders tightening up the weights on the Vulcan barbell with the Vulcan plates. Stephen Labe, might be saying that incorrectly. Someone call me out in the comments if I am.
Yeah, we're at 89 kilos.
89 kilos, his first attempt.
And it looks like we have a Phil Sabatini sighting in the coaching staff for this athlete. This might be the first athlete of the day we have a sighting of Phil national champion Sabatini.
All I see is biceps from Phil.
That's the same person. I'm talking about the same guy.
Steven's first attempt.
Ooh.
Oh, nice
Fast.
lift.
That was fast.
That was a good lift.
That was a good lift. That was a fast lift.
So, by the way, I want to point out to the viewers at home, we're talking about Phil Sabatini's biceps, but he is quite a strong lifter all around.
He's a very accomplished athlete, a national champion, multiple-time national medalist in USA weightlifting, multiple-time on international teams for USA weightlifting, and now he's kind of at a point in his career where he's becoming less and less of an athlete and more of a coach.
But he's still
quite an athlete.
Quite an athlete.
No, I'm not trying to take anything away from him. Just pointing out he's advancing in his stages of athletics. I mean, he's obviously a full-time professor. He's a father of 2 great little ladies. Coaching, lifting.
How old are Phil's kids? Do you know?
Oh, I want to say his oldest one can't be more than 4 or 5. I remember when she was born roughly 2012, around the 2012 Olympics, so maybe 4-ish.
Gotcha.
Phil can verify when he gets on later. Phil, coached for many years by Leo Totten of East Coast Gold. One of his East Coast Gold teammates, Adam Baton, is scheduled to be lifting later in the primetime session, roughly 7 o'clock tonight. We'll have Adam Baton lifting. Okay, all right. All right, here we go. Jacob Parks, second attempt, 90 kilos. Another solid lift. All right, 3 white lights. Alrighty, so we just had a good lift from Jacob. We're going up to 91 kilos now. This is going to be the opening attempt. Keith Wright, 91 kilos.
And folks, we are coming up on Facebook limits us to 90 minutes streaming at a time. So what we might have to do to catch all these snatches in today's session is we might start a new stream in between attempts. So just make sure to follow along again on the Barbend Facebook page, and it'll be a new stream just to catch. Make sure we get all the lifts. We want to get all these lifts from all these lifters. They're all working so hard for this competition. They've prepped, and we want to make sure we get all their lifts. So we might start another stream. So log on to that new stream in about 5 minutes if the snatches are still going on. Then we'll take a little break, and we'll come back with a brand new stream for the clean and jerks.
And the whole process of exiting one stream, starting a new stream, that's talking about a minute roughly.
Super easy.
Super easy.
It's all on the Barbend Facebook page.
Yeah. It's not going to be an elongated period of time. It's going to be an easy process.
Super easy.
Super easy.
Keith Wright, first attempt, 91 kilos.
And we're also at the 200-pound mark as well, for those keeping track in pounds, such as myself. Woo! That was a fast
Folks,
lift.
we are going to actually be starting a new stream right now. So this stream might go dead for just a second, and we'll be starting a brand new stream while the lifters load up the barbell to catch the final snatches of this first session here at the RVA Open and Invitational. Folks, our YouTube stream is still live, but we are going to be switching over to another Facebook live stream.
Here we go. This will be the second.
Right after this lift.
This is going to be the second attempt of Brian Holland, 91 kilos. All right, strong lift. Let's see what the judges say. Judges say good lift. Good lift for Brian. All right, looks like we're going up to 93 kilos now. Automatic increase for Keith Wright. And more people keep trickling into the arena. It is, 8? I don't even know what time it is. It's 8:23 in the morning, Eastern Standard Time. More and more people are walking in. Music is pumping. It feels like it's 5 in the afternoon. It feels like it could even be 7 in the afternoon. The excitement is very high. I'm having a good time. Only had a little bit of coffee. He's getting after it. Well, let's see it. See it, Keith. Right, good lift for Keith. What I like most probably about that lift is he sticks his tongue out like Michael Jordan. I'm sure other people stick their tongue out in competition as well, but Michael Jordan I think is the most noticed. Good lift for Keith there at 93 kilos. And loaders, looks like 93 will stay on the bar. We're going to tighten it up. It's going to be the second attempt for Stephen Labe. And again, if you're following at home and I messed up Steven's name, please let me know. I'm not doing it on purpose. Stephen Labe, I believe is how you say it. If you're his training partner, you're his friend, family member, let me know. But here we go. This is going to be the second attempt for Stephen here at 93 kilos. Also a very stylish guy, red and black attire, most of his outfits, most of his uniform. Boom. Very fast lift. Good lift. And another thing that I find interesting here at the RVA Open, I've never seen anywhere before. It looks like the referees have tablets they're using to make their decisions on good lift or bad lift. And these tablets look like they are connected to the main monitor right behind the platform with the athlete's name and attempt and kilos. So it's definitely more high-end technology than your average local meet where there might be ping pong paddles or some other type of, let's call it manual technology. This is more high-end technology you only see here at the RVA Open. Some tablet utilizations. I'm not sure if it's an iPad or another type, whatever it is, there's tablet utilization that I've never seen before, and it's fantastic.
Folks, thanks for tuning back in. Sorry we had to cut out the live stream for just a second, but no worries because we have all of these lifters on video, and we can use that video. Barbend's gonna send them the video of all their lifts. All the lifts will be on video.
All compliments of
archived.
Barbend.
So thank you for tuning back into the live stream. We already have a lot of people watching the second stream. And we have Jamal Anderson up for his first snatch attempt of the day. So thanks for tuning back in, folks. These are the last snatches of session 1 here at the RVA Open. Yeah, couldn't quite catch them all in the first session, but pretty close.
Yeah, we're at 95 kilos now for Jamal. His opening attempt. 209 pounds. So here we go, Jamal Anderson, opening attempt.
Plenty of pull, misses it behind. Real strong lift, no lift, but I think he's going to come out and nail that. We saw that actually with Rubel for the first lifter of the day. Missed his first attempt behind, come out and nail it on the second.
It could be nerves. It doesn't matter where you're opening, your opening attempt. I've always thought it's the hardest attempt is the opening because you want to get on the board. After that, it's a lot more easier. You got the first one out of the way, and then from there, it's all right. I've done this before. Let's do it again. First one is okay. I got to get on the board, and that's in your head. You want to get on the board. So I mean that. I'm not saying that's what happened with Jamal, but I'm saying it may have happened with Jamal. But I have confidence Jamal can come back. It definitely did not look out of his wheelhouse this morning. It's also early. I'm sure not a lot of athletes are used to training at 7 a.m. or 8 a.m.
Not even 8:30 yet. It feels like we're already most of the way through the snatches.
I think most people are used to training after school or after work, and that's probably in the afternoon at some point for most people.
Folks, thanks for tuning back into this second part of the snatches here for session 1. Already have a lot of folks watching this next stream. Want to point out, quick stat, Mike.
Please.
We had 187 comments on the first. We actually have a little video of Jamal in training as a preview of the clean and jerks later today. We have Jamal hitting some clean and jerks in training. It looks like 105 kilograms for an easy clean and jerk. You'll see right here on the screen. Jamal nails it. Next in the video, we have a 110 lift.
You got it.
I bet he's going to be doing more than this later today, Mike.
Well,
this video is a few months old.
Look, sounds like a good bet. I'd take that bet.
And here's a 115, and he just, if I remember correctly, watching this video, just misses the jerk from a few months ago.
That was a few months ago.
A few months ago. And here he is front squatting. What's that look like? 140 kilos?
He's a strong man. Look, he's a strong guy. I have no doubt he's going to come out here and just smoke this next lift. So,
Louis Jamal chalking up for his second attempt.
So here we go.
95 kilograms for Jamal.
After this, we'll go through all 187 comments from Facebook. or one or two. All right, head up. All right.
Nice
great.
lift from Jamal.
He is quite a flexible guy. Did you see how close his butt was to the ground? It was, I don't know, centimeters. If you can measure centimeters, he was centimeters above the platform. That guy got deep.
You talk about ass to grass.
Yeah, I wasn't gonna say ass to grass, but since you said it, he was ass to grass.
I didn't keep that very PG-13.
Oh, I don't know what I can and cannot say, but
this is a family stream.
yes. So, anyways, the flexibility on that guy, fantastic.
Folks, if you're watching this stream of the last snatches of session 1 here at the RVA Open, go ahead and give it a like or a heart or react to it on Facebook. That's going to feed the stream out to more folks, so more people can see some great lifting from lifters like Jamal, who's getting a lot of love on the comments. Next up, we have the last attempt of the day, snatch for Jacob Parks, 95 kilos.
Jacob is a guy who's looked great all day. I hope he can keep it going on this third attempt. Very strong guy. You can see all the muscles coming out of his singlet. He may need a bigger singlet next time. Tight, stay tight.
Not an easy lift, but a good lift for Jacob Parks. He goes 3 for 3 on the snatch, Mike.
Yeah, that was a good day. And another fun, interesting side note, he's got some interesting shoes. I don't know who made those. I'm gonna have to go inquire in the after the session or in the break. They're not Nike, they're not Roma, they're not Reebok.
Ristas?
They're not. They may have been. I couldn't see a brand, but they looked like older European style shoes you might find in like the Eastern Blockade circa the 1980s.
Yeah.
I have to go inquire when we got a 10-minute timeout.
Yeah, Kara Kirkpatrick is saying it's the pink lifters. It got to be the pink lifters. Got to be the pink lifters.
They are pink, or not bright pink like you'd see at like a Britney Spears concert. I know you get out to all the Britney Spears concerts these days, but they're pink. I'm at all the Britney Spears concerts. Let's not kid ourselves.
Folks, if you like what you're seeing, go ahead and give it a like or a heart or
share.
A smiley face, a share, even a frowny face if you don't like what you're seeing. But you should like what you're seeing because Keith Wright is up for his 3rd attempt snatch, 95 kilograms.
A tweet, a Snapchat.
Or just a Facebook share.
Facebook's fine. Whatever works best.
We're also on YouTube, folks. If you go to the RVA Open's website or Barbend's website, we have the YouTube streaming all day. So that's another option, too.
Here we go. Keith Wright, 3rd attempt. Boom. Oh. Good pull. Good pull. Just lost it behind him.
Keith Wright ends the day 2 for 3. Will be credited with 93 kilograms, which was his 2nd snatch, which he made look really solid, by the way.
All his lifts look good. I mean, literally, it was the last 5% on the last lift. It was the only reason he didn't go 3 for 3 on the snatch.
He's looking strong today. He's looking real strong today.
Agreed. I'm agreed. But he's not the only one. There's a lot of good-looking guys in this session. Big session. About 15 guys, 15 athletes.
Yeah, this is
but a lot of good-looking lifting.
This is one of the larger sessions of the day. The sessions get a little smaller as far as the number of lifters.
Yes. But the level of athletes gets better as we get throughout the day.
The names are some you'll recognize at home.
This is session 1 of 5. And we'll talk about them after this 3rd attempt now. Brian Holland, 95 kilos. 209 pounds. All right, couldn't quite hold on to that snatch. Good pull, good drop under, just lost it behind him. So to finish on the thought that Dave was starting session 1, we're currently in of a snatch. Throughout the day, we have 5 sessions. Tomorrow we have another, I think 4 or 5 sessions of lifting. Tonight at 4 o'clock will be a women's invitational. Big money on the line. I believe first place is about $2,000 American dollars.
That's based on Sinclair?
Yeah, based on Sinclair.
Uh-huh.
They can use that money for whatever they want, such as transferring it to Cuban pesos or whatever. But
Russian
rubles, Chinese
Japanese yen.
Yeah.
Japanese yen.
Sorry.
No worries. I've been to Japan. I've never been to China.
I have been to China, never been to Japan.
Well, there you go.
That's why we're here together.
That's why we're sharing experiences.
All right, and then at 7 o'clock is the men's primetime session. Also another $2,000. We're going to see, amongst other people, Frankie Murray, multiple-time Empire State Games champion, U.S. national medalist Frankie Murray. We're going to be hanging with Mr. Cooper. Mr. Travis Cooper will be in the house.
We got Stephen Labe. If we're butchering that name, folks, please let us know. 97 kilograms for his 3rd attempt snatch. Real snappy, misses it behind. That dude's strong.
Yes, he is. Good pull.
He's fast. One of the maybe the fastest lifter we've seen yet today.
I mean, I'm not a scientist, but that could very well be true. He was very fast, great pull. Just missing it behind him, just not knocking it out, not finishing that last 5% of the lift. But I mean, great effort. The first 2 lifts were very good for Steven. 3rd one, came close to making it. His coach is probably back there saying you should have made it, but I'm not saying that because I'm just got a microphone. I'm not a coach.
Not a coach right now.
Not a coach.
Folks,
That's Joe Quinton's asking me to step in for him. I am not a coach.
We have Jamal Anderson coming up for he's on deck for his 3rd attempt at 100 kilos.
220 pounds.
Nice round number for Jamal.
Good. This is not the Jamal Anderson that used to play in the NFL for the Atlanta Falcons, the rushing leader. This is a totally different person named Jamal Anderson. He is a very good weightlifter. He's having a heck of a competition today. He had a little nerves on the opening attempt, came back and smoked it. I have faith he's going to come out and just smoke this third one, just get after it.
He has some of the best mobility I've seen for
in a long time.
Period, actually. Jamal has a lot of supporters on the live stream.
A lot in person here, too. All right, here we go. Jamal Anderson, third attempt.
Not quite.
Not quite there. He's got to finish that pull, get it back a little more. But you can tell he's very promising. He looks like a very raw, young lifter.
He looks like a raw lifter, but he's got all of the tools. He's got
he's got the speed and mobility,
technique,
definitely.
mobility. And you know what? It's tough to miss a first lift like that and come out and smoke your second snatch. Mm-hmm. And he's clearly got a good mental game going on. Looking forward to seeing more of Jamal at competitions in the future.
So it looks like we are done with the snatches, Dave.
Well, that is it.
No one else looks like they want to take a snatch attempt.
Cool.
So it looks like now would be a great time to take a short break. We got 10 minutes. Yeah, there we are. Hi, everybody. Hi, Mom. Hi, Dad. I'm sure my mom's watching.
My mom is definitely watching.
My mom probably isn't watching.
Well, folks, that was all of our snatches here at Session 1 here at the RVA Open 2016 at RVA CrossFit in Richmond, Virginia. We'll be coming back to you in about 5 to 10 minutes for the clean and jerks for this session. It's men's weight classes 56, 62, and 69, and then the 77 kilogram B lifters. Great first snatch session, a lot of awesome lifts. We're looking forward to seeing what they hit in the clean and jerk. So we will see you back here. Don't go anywhere on this Saturday morning. Maybe grab some coffee. We got plenty of lifting left to go. See you guys in about 5 to 10 minutes.
Thanks.
bar is 77 now, 77.
Okay, folks, we are back with the clean and jerks for session 1 of the 2016 RVA Open.
Yes, you are looking live right here at the most happening weightlifting event in not just Richmond, Virginia, but probably the entire world right now. It's 8:46 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. My name's Mike Graber. I'm here with the one and only Dave Tao. Dave Tao recently voted Best Dressed Man in the tri-state area, and we are here commentating weightlifting with barbend.com. If you're watching online, which obviously you are, please feel free to share and like the video. Tell all your friends, tell your mom and dad. Most action of any weightlifting event in the world right now, right here, Richmond, Virginia, RVA Open 2016. And we just had the opening attempt in the clean jerk of Rubel Kazi. It looks like he's going up to 81 kilos now for his second attempt. He was the opening. He's 56 kilo weight class, which some people have said is the most exciting weight class of all weight classes.
Well, that's the weight class you won a national championship in, Mike. Right,
I mean,
Mike?
there might be a correlation between my words and that. There might be.
Folks, just to let you guys know, we are live on Barbend's Facebook page. We're also live on barbend.com, one of the articles at the top. RVAOpen.com. If you go to the live stream page, you can see the YouTube stream. We're live on YouTube. We're live on Facebook. We are live all day, today and tomorrow, bringing you the lifts from the 2016 RVA Open.
Dave,
Thanks for tuning in.
Dave, where would you rather be than right here, right now?
I mean, I have answers to that question.
Oh,
Like
never mind.
like
Forget
a
I
yacht,
asked you. A yacht
like-
on the beach.
beach. This is top 20.
This is in the top 20. Good. Well, to be fair, maybe I want to be here, but what I'm really looking forward to are the primetime sessions later tonight. Big money on the line. We're going to see Travis Cooper, James Tatum, Matt Bergeron, some other people, but those are the first couple guys that come to mind. Lifting some pretty big weights. They like. I heard they like money.
Folks, if you are watching along right now, we said it earlier in the day, we'll say it now. Show your lifters some love. Comment, shout out. We have great lifters, men's 56, 62, 69 kilogram, and 77B lifters. If there's someone you're watching for, someone you want to support, give this stream a share and let us know in the comments. Let us know where you're watching
Who are you
from.
rooting for? Where are you watching from? These are your training partners. Got any great stories about training with these guys? And later, some ladies. The ladies.
Earlier today, we had shout-outs from Chesapeake, Virginia. We had shout-outs from Sacred Heart University in Connecticut.
Yeah.
We want to hear where
We're
you're
hearing from
where
Long
you're
Island,
watching
New
from.
York. Strong Island, New York is watching. And that's only the beginning. It's only 8:45 in the morning Eastern Standard Time. As we get, later on the day, who knows where? Literally, no place is not an option. So our loaders are tightening up 82 kilos. This is going to still be Rubel Kazi. Rubel is a junior lifter, born in 98. He's 18 years old. He's from Total Training Incorporated. Keith Wright is his coach. But the bar is set and the clock is running on Rubelkazi. We're under a minute to go on his clock.
And folks, we have more folks tuning in for this live stream, the clean and jerks, which clean and jerks are even more exciting than the snatch. Let's be honest.
They are the king of the lift. This is where a meet is won or lost in clean and jerk.
Rubel up for his third clean and jerk. He's going for 82 kilograms. Show some love, like the post. Give him some support in the comments.
Support the sport, support the athletes, support the commentators. Here we go, Rubelkazi.
Nice clean.
Tight, so tight, yeah.
Let's see what the judges say. 2 whites, it's good.
That's good. We must comment that he's wearing some fantastic looking plaid Under Armour socks. I've never seen this before.
Are those Under Armour socks?
I could have sworn I saw Under Armour logo on there. They look fantastic. Those are some of the coolest things I've seen all day. And they're plaid.
They look pretty slick, I gotta say.
I don't think I've ever said that before. Good looking plaid anything.
Folks, if there's any lifter you want to show some support for, shout out in the comments. We will give them a shout out and we will tell them you said so.
And I think, as Dave has said earlier, but it bears repeating, next week after we get back to New York, all of the production, the lifters are going to receive all of their lifts on video, provided complimentary of barbend.com. And as well, all the lifts will be archived on Facebook, the Barbend Facebook page,
as well as the YouTube page.
At YouTube page. So if you give shout-outs to whoever you're supporting, they can go back and watch and see the love that you provided them this morning, this afternoon, this weekend.
The lifters go back and they read every comment. I will say, I can almost guarantee you, lifters will go back and read every comment from their streams, and they love seeing their friends, their family, their training partners, giving them a shout-out, saying what's up. It's great. I mean, it's a great way to show your support, because this video will live forever and ever on these sites and on YouTube and on Facebook. And
the annals of history.
There's no better way to show your support.
You can be part of it. 2016 RVA Open, downtown Richmond, Virginia. Looks like we're going up to 84 kilos now. Rubel's still following himself.
No, I think Rubel. Yeah.
Yeah, still following himself. It took 2 attempts.
Okay, we have Donna Gibson on the comments. She says, shout out to Nicole Gibson from her family. You go, girl. We are so proud of you. Nicole Gibson is lifting in the next session. She's starting lifting at 10 a.m.
10 a.m. She's a senior level 53 kilo lifter. She's unattached. Her coach is Andrew Marquez. So we look forward to seeing Nicole next session.
Donna, thank you for shouting out Nicole. Give the post a share so that all your friends can see Nicole lift and see these lifters today. So Nicole will be lifting at 10 a.m. We'll have, obviously, that live stream going on Facebook and YouTube. Everyone should be able to watch and enjoy. Folks, we can't emphasize enough, share this post around. If you think your friends want to see it, if you're supporting a lifter, the more folks who see this stream, the more people there are to support the lifters. Lifters will see how many people are watching. We want them to have a lot of support, show them a lot of love. They've worked hard for this competition. They've made weight. They're ready to go. And so far, it's a great competition.
If you are getting ready to go to the gym this morning, like most people probably are, put it on your Apple TV, put it on your tablet, on your smartphone while you're lifting. Get a competition going. See if you can beat some of these lifters, or try and beat all the lifters. It's not hard to beat Mike Graber. Let me tell you something. How much weight I lifted this morning: a donut and a cup of coffee. If you get to the gym this morning, you have beaten Mike Graber. Congratulations! You beat 2011 national champion Mike Graber, and I'm proud of you for doing that.
We got Rubelkazi coming up for his third attempt. His third and final attempt.
Good clean, good stand up, strong. Let's see if he can finish on a high note. Tight.
Oh, this is a jerk.
I'm sure I jinxed him, but good clean, good stand up. Just had to get underneath that bar. He You need a little bit more. Just not today. He's tried to have 82 on his second attempt.
Rubel's a 56 kilogram lifter. It's the lightest weight class for men, at least in the junior and senior categories.
Correct. Now speaking of weight classes, since we have a minute or two of in between the lifts, recently it was announced there's going to be a new women's weight class, Dave.
Yeah.
At the world level, the national level. What are your thoughts on that, Dave?
Well, I think it's fantastic. I think the first I heard about that was a few months ago. Maura Lassen,
Yes.
the IWF board member from Canada.
She's a good friend of ours. Friend of
Good
the
friend of our-
friend of the program.
Friend of Barbend.
Yes.
And she's actually contributed her thoughts to a few articles that have gone up on the site.
She has some thoughts. She's been more than willing to share thoughts on things.
She is a big proponent of promoting gender equality in sports in general and in weightlifting specifically.
She's the chair. Apologize. She's the chair of the Women's Commission for the International Weightlifting Federation. She's the only woman on the IWF Executive Board of Directors.
So we'll talk about that a little bit right after Andrew Dare's first clean and jerk attempt. He's opening at 87 kilograms this morning. Let's hear it for Andrew.
All right, good clean for Andrew. All right, stay tight.
Let's see if the judges will give him that. That's a no lift. He had a press out there. he had a rebend of the arms at the top. Matthew.
Yeah, I see what you're talking about there.
Matthew just said on the comments, "Thanks for the coverage, boys. Keep up the great work." Hey, thank you, Matthew. We are doing our best here.
Hey, we're doing it for people like you, Matthew, the fans, the people who enjoy weightlifting just as much as we do.
Maybe more. Maybe more.
Maybe more. After waking up at 5 a.m., you probably enjoy it more than we do, but not that much more, just a little bit more.
So let's talk a little bit about what we were talking about. You just brought up the IWF introducing an 8th women's weight class. So there are 8 men's weight classes.
Correct.
There are only 7 women's weight classes,
Correct.
which means that international competitions, countries are generally allowed to bring more men than women.
Yes.
And so men and women do not have equal representation as far as numbers go on the international weightlifting stage, and an 8th women's weight class would hopefully bring some more gender parity to the sport. What do you think about that, Mike?
I mean, I think it's good. I think it's good, obviously, gender equality, but it's also good for... There's so many women who weigh more than 75 kilos, but not that much more than 75 kilos. We're talking about probably between, 80 and 90 kilos. So obviously in America we have some more extreme ladies on the extreme side of body weight and our heavyweights. But then you have women who weigh 90 kilos, and you're going up against a woman who weighs 150, 160 kilos. That's a big gap.
It's a big gap.
That's a big gap. So, in my mind, and I think a lot of people's minds, a great place would be 85 kilos, an 85 kilo weight class.
And that's actually what the in the most recent IWF board meeting minutes from Tbilisi, Georgia, where they had the Junior World Championships, that was the recommendation, introducing an 85 kilogram category for the women. So, women who weigh...
And years ago, that was a weight class. Back in the 80s, when America had, women's world champions, such as Karen Marshall, off the top of my head, Karen Marshall, who's from the New York tri-state area, a good friend of ours, she was a world champion. I think it was, heavyweight was 82 and a half up.
Yeah.
Even today, you don't see that many women who weigh, 130, 140 plus kilos. We can continue this after the second attempt now for Andrew. Andrew's at 87 kilos, second attempt. Looking to get on the board here. Good clean.
Much more
better,
solid jerk.
Much solid jerk.
Good job, Andrew. Judges give it to him 2-1.
All right.
Good lift. Yeah, I think that the introducing the 8th women's weight class will bring gender parity in the sport, but
agreed.
more gender parity in the sport.
Yeah.
Still a long way to go. But as you said, Mike, it gives women in that, especially a lot of taller women who might not want to move up to the super heavy class and compete against women who are...
a great example lifting later today is Rachel Davis. Rachel Davis, I don't think I've ever seen her at a competition more than maybe 90 kilos.
Yeah.
But you know what? Rachel Davis versus Sarah Robles, who's about 130, 140 kilos, that's like a 50-kilo gap.
Yeah.
That's over 100 pounds. That's a big gap.
That is a big
I've read a statistic somewhere where if you're a man in the heavyweight weight class, there's like 3 people in the world who could be double your weight class. Like if Kane Wilkes weighed 106 kilos, or you weigh 106 kilos, there's like 3 men in the world who might be over 200 kilos. If you're a woman in the 75 plus, like there's like a 40% chance or 50% chance that someone could be double your body weight.
Yeah.
And in America, I mean, Holly Mangold, Sarah Robles are 2 fantastic world-class heavyweights. They also could potentially be double your body weight.
Yeah, they could.
And, you know, that's why a 90-kilo weight class or 85 would logistically be a great fit for a lot of women.
And let's just say before Joseph Gasman takes his first clean and jerk attempt, it's more weightlifting. It's more weightlifting.
Of course.
An 8th women's weight class is more weightlifting to
More
watch.
championships, more medals.
More athletes.
More athletes. More women. I mean, 2 of my favorite things are women and weightlifting.
You might actually get more women entering the sport. You know, maybe taller women or women who are above 75 kilos who might not want to compete as a super heavy. This gives them an option. So you might actually get more people interested in learning weightlifting and competing, which is fantastic. We're here because we love the sport. We love watching people compete. More lifters, in my mind, is good. It's a good thing.
It's better. I mean, I'm sure there's lots of ladies who say, "Wow, I can't make 75 kilos, but I don't want to bulk up to 120 kilos to be competitive." But this is something that says this might be an opportunity for them to have an outlet, a place, like a weight class. So everything you said I agree with. Everything I said I agree with. And here comes opening time Joseph Gasman, 90 kilos on the bar. As soon as we finish sweeping the platform.
Yeah, getting a little dust off the platform. The loaders, by the way, they're not just loading the bar; they're keeping it clean. If the bar gets any
sanitized blood,
there's any blood, someone rips a callus, extra chalk buildup, they're keeping everything nice and neat and clean. This platform, you could literally eat off this platform. I'm not kidding you.
Sure, Dave. Sure.
Okay, that might be
Dave.
too much. But Joseph Gasman, coming up, looking great.
I gotta make one more comment on the atmosphere. More and more people are trickling in. This place is probably at 40% capacity, maybe.
I'd say a little over.
Maybe a little, maybe close to 50%
more.
capacity. Great music going on at 9 a.m.
First attempt, Joseph Gasman.
All right, good clean. No jerk, unfortunately. That was out in front.
Julian just commented on the stream, eat off
really?
it. LOL. I know. That was maybe one of the dumber things I've said. It's still early for me.
Still, Dave needs more coffee. Someone has to go on a run for Dave. On a side note, if anyone is on their way to the venue, if you could bring Dave some coffee.
I prefer iced coffee.
Iced
it's very
coffee.
hot outside.
It's hot outside. That would be very much appreciated.
You'll get a shout out on the live stream.
We will put you on for a couple minutes if you want. You can talk with Dave. Ask him when he's giving you that $2 he owes you for coffee.
Oh yeah, I do owe you at least a coffee. Well, maybe I'll get you a coffee in New York City, so it'll be like $7.
Oh, let me tell you something. There's a good chance Dave can get you some swag, some Barbend swag in the near future. Maybe a hat of some sort.
I'll talk to the powers that be.
We can put a call in. If you get Dave a coffee, we'll get you some Barbend swag.
Barbend's still a relatively new company. The website only launched in March, but it's kind of everywhere online these days.
Let me tell you something. I've read a lot of great stuff, and not even the stuff I write. I've read about strongman, powerlifting, nutrition. I'm learning a lot.
Sean Davis, first attempt, 91 kilograms. First clean jerk of the day for Sean. Solid clean. See if the judges give him that. No lift for
Sean. All right, I think now would be a great time to thank Debbie Millette for following along. I don't know if Debbie heard earlier when we were talking about the Olympic trials of weightlifting and what a great job that Salt Lake City did, but Debbie was the muscle behind that driving force.
Muscle and brains.
And beauty. All
and
three.
All three.
No, is that inappropriate? I said it. It's too late. I can't take it back.
Debbie, I just want to publicly shout out Debbie. Thank you for your contributions to American weightlifting, for putting on such a great event in Salt Lake, right as Joseph Gasman goes for his second attempt on the clean and jerk.
All right, stay tight, Joe.
Joe's got a little. Looks like his right leg, maybe like a right quadricep or something. He's got a little bit of a strain, it looks like, but he powered through on that. Came back, made his second attempt after missing the first on the jerk.
Well, it's good. That's what you want to see. You don't want to see people missing lifts, but you want to see them coming back and being successful on a second attempt, because we already saw one bomb out in the snatch. We don't want to see more. That's not fun for us. It's fun to see great lifting, great makes, great fights, great battles. And it's obviously fun for the people at home. It's fun for the athletes, the coaches, the fans.
But bomb outs happen. Bomb outs happen to everyone at a certain point. That's okay. It's part of lifting. Andrew Dare, someone who has not bombed out today, going for his third attempt. Solid clean. Three whites from the judges for Andrew Dare.
That's how you do it, Andrew says. This is how you do it. All right, so as another reminder, feel free to share the Bar Bend Weightlifting RVA Open coverage on Facebook. Tell your friends and family. Give us some comments.
All you got to do is click share on this stream, and it'll go out to some of your friends, some people who might be fans of these weightlifters, might become new fans of these weightlifters after watching them today.
Yeah, it's 9:06 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. A lot of people getting ready to go to the gym. Me and Dave are already at the gym, technically. We're not leaving the gym anytime soon. But watch it at the gym. Watch it, whatever you're doing this morning. Reading the newspaper. Have it in the background noise.
So Allison Straw just commented.
Yes.
She says, Joe is nursing a knee injury, but wanted to lift through it. At least hit some powers on stage was the plan. Joe has hit lifts today.
It's a great experience.
Joe has come on, and I hope his knee starts feeling better. He's hit lifts. Now we're going to see Sean Davis go for his second attempt clean and jerk. Missed his first at 91, going for 92 on his second attempt here.
Yeah, Joe's best clean and jerk on paper I have in front of me is 95. So he's not that far off. And we may see him take 95 or 96 maybe. Tight. That's a good lift.
That was a much better second attempt. Judges give it to him 2-1.
2-1.
Red lighted by the middle judge, but I think that'd be good enough for a good lift for Sean Davis. Makes his second attempt at 92 kilograms. Allison, thank you so much for giving some context for Joe and Joe's lifting on the live stream. A lot of you guys watching are friends, training partners, maybe family, maybe some moms watching. And so that kind of context, commentary, more info about the lifters. We love spreading the love, showing people telling people a little bit more about these lifters because they're interesting people. They are not just strong; they are. They're fun. They're funny.
So, Dave, something you may or may not know. This, as per Joel Quintong, friend of the show, this is a big sports weekend in the world. The top 3 events going on are the British Open in Scotland for golf, I assume, the Tour de France, and the RVA Open here in Richmond, Virginia.
You got some weightlifting, you got some cycling, and you got some golf.
Got a little
in
golf.
that order.
And that's Joel's big weekend, sports weekend.
If Joel's still watching the stream, which I hope he is, we want to hear some more from him in the comments. I'd love to hear more from Joel in the comments.
And I can't wait to see the write-up in Reno's newsletter a couple weeks from now when the next one comes out.
Logan Griffith, first attempt.
Good opener. That's strong. I like it.
Logan is a youth lifter, and he's got some smooth technique.
Take over weightlifting. He's taking over this platform right now.
He's looking really strong and just dialed in. Gets that bar into his hip real quick. Great lockout. And one thing I loved about Logan on his snatches, he was patient. He had 2 snatches. So all 3 he caught maybe a little off, but saved 2 of them by really taking his time at the bottom. And stood up with them. Great lifting from Logan. And it's youth lifters like Logan who are the future of the sport in the U.S.
Of course. Since we're talking about youth weightlifting, I read on Barbend recently, America set youth world records. Guy named C.J. Cummings.
I hear he's pretty good.
He's pretty good.
He's pretty talented.
I read an interview with him somewhat recently, also on Barbend.
Sean Davis. We'll talk about CJ in a second. Sean Davis right now is the man of the moment. His 3rd attempt, 95 kilograms in the clean and jerk. Come on, Sean. Solid clean. That one might right be on the borderline.
Good lift. He got it.
2 out of 3. That's good enough for a good lift for Sean Davis. He'll finish with 95 kilograms. 2 for 3 on the clean and jerk for the day.
Good for him. Good showing. Definitely a good showing.
Folks, if you like the coverage, comment, share, ask us questions. Ask us questions about the athletes, about the coaches, about the venue, about ourselves. Mike Graber's an interesting guy who's traveled to. Mike, you've traveled to Uzbekistan,
yes.
Cuba,
yes,
Russia,
yes,
China,
yes,
Kazakhstan.
I've been to the World Championships in Kazakhstan. Not as an athlete, just as a spectator, friend of delegate from America, Poland, Paris, France, Kazakhstan, Almaty, Kazakhstan. If anyone out there has ever been to Almaty, Kazakhstan, you want to talk about Almaty, Kazakhstan, feel free to ask me questions about Kazakhstan. To be fair, I am not an expert on Kazakhstan, but I've met people who are.
We actually just got our first question about Kazakhstan.
Oh, my goodness.
But Johnny Montoya is up for
opening
his first
attempt,
clean and jerk.
96 kilos. And he had a good snatch performance. So
He looked good.
Let's see it going. Let's see it going here.
Looked like a bit of an arm rebend. I'm not sure if the judges are going to give that to him.
Two out of 3.
2 out of 3.
Center ref said no, but the outside said it was good enough.
So we have our first question from Vic Lapatawong.
All right.
Lapatawong. I'm sorry if I'm mispronouncing your name, by the way. And he's asking, Mike, have you ever seen or met Ilya Ilyin?
So the answer is both. I have seen him and met him. The first time I met him was in Poland at the 2013 Worlds after the Olympics, and he was still relatively a 94-kilo guy. I mean, bigger than me, but not super huge, and he was very nice. He spoke a little bit of English. That was more or less the extent of our conversation. The next time I saw him was the 2014 World Championships in Kazakhstan. He was a full 105-kilo weightlifter, much bigger in presence and in body weight. He spoke more English. Still very nice guy. We talked about Yasha Khan. He said, where is Yasha Khan? Why is Yasha Khan not here? Then he went 5 for 6, and I had to assume the one lift he did not make was because he was looking for Yasha Khan in the audience.
We'll talk about Yasha in a second, but Joseph Gasman's going up for his 3rd attempt. Joseph with the knee injury today, powering through, still making lifts, still totaling. 3rd attempt.
All right.
That's going to be the end of Joe's day lifting, but putting some good work.
Good attempt. You could see on that one that knee injury really limited him in his pull and in his ability to accept the clean. So obviously we hope he gets better soon so we can see him lifting bigger and better weights in the near future.
But to go back, so a little context. So Mike talking about when he's seen and met Ilya Ilyin. Ilya is very close to a mutual friend of ours named Yasha Khan.
Yasha's middle name is Ilya.
Really? Oh,
yes.
That's right. So Yasha is an American weightlifter, a multi-time national medalist.
Yes.
Who's also
author of he's written for Barbend.
He has written for Barbend. He's a Barbend contributor.
He has his own blog
called Yasha Thoughts.
Yes.
He's also a serial entrepreneur.
Yes.
In many different industries.
Yes. Technology, marketing, medical, areas, medical areas.
And also a friend of weightlifters worldwide, and has facilitated a lot of international weightlifters: Dmitry Klokov, Ilya Ilyin,
Tatiana
Katerina, Vasily Plovnikov, all getting to the U.S. to lift and or teach American weightlifters.
Yes. Yasha is their friend of friends.
So we have Jose Casado, his first attempt, opening at an even 100 kilos.
Even 100 kilos. He's got the Bret Hart wardrobe of black on pink.
I love those. I love those.
He looks great.
Yeah,
you know,
great.
Let's see it translate to some good lifts now. But step 1 is showing up, and step 2 is looking good. Step 3 is then lifting big weights. All right, strong clean. Power. I would say it was a power clean. Strong clean. Strong man. He works out. Tight. Stay tight.
Oh, that's going to be a no lift and stabilize it not long enough to bring the feet together.
He lost control on that jerk.
Worth noting, if you lose your hand on the clean, you can reset it for the jerk. A lot of people think that as soon as your hand comes off the bar on the clean on the front squat, you're done. No, you can reset the jerk.
I have a good friend. We probably have a mutual friend, Jonas Westbrook, Dr. Jonas Westbrook.
Mm-hmm.
His reset is basically collar to collar. Maybe not that quite, but it's very wide. And he's not a super big guy. He's a 77-kilo weightlifter. But yeah, he's got a normal clean. When he adjusts his hands for a jerk, they go wide.
You see a lot of Colombian lifters doing that. That's pretty common. We saw a lot of that at the Pan American Games, and a lot of which Colombia just had a great competition.
They did. For the most part, yes, they did.
A few bomb outs. 1 or 2 bomb outs.
1 or 2 bombs. Luis Mosquera at 69. He was probably the biggest surprise bomb outs. I know he was coming off an injury, but he that 69-kilo class with Alex Lee and the Canadian athlete, unfortunately, none of them really had great days.
Johnny Montoya, 100 kilos.
There we go. Second attempt for Johnny.
Nice clean. Good pop. We'll see if the judges give that one there.
Can't see, but it looks like
no lift. No lift for Johnny.
No lift for Johnny.
So we have some more questions on the live stream. One, Tom Lavella is asking, and Mike, this might be a good question for you as a national
it's either me or you. So
I'm going to throw this one to you.
Let's see.
Tom wants to know, are lifters able to use wrist straps in any USA weightlifting sanctioned event?
The answer to that would be yes. Now, obviously, there are criteria, like they can't be more than a certain size and width. It's the same like a belt. You can wear a belt, but the belt can't be like, 5 feet by. There's dimensions, and off the top of my head, I do not know what the rules are, or I don't know what the specific dimensions are. It might be 5 inches. It might be 6 inches. I would have to Google that, or I'd have to call my resident IWF referee, Dennis Reno. But there are limitations to the size of the wrist wraps. But yeah, you can wear a wrist wrap. And there's a lot of very fashionable wrist wraps. There's companies out there making some with types of designs. You could wear tape. I wore tape on my wrists, but I know there's definitely more flexible tape these days than my day 5 years ago. John Brose has some nice tape. Anton Jefferson has some nice tape. There's flexi tape. I just used regular tape because my wrists needed some supports. There's Kilo Gear makes wrist straps, tons of companies
make good wraps. Yeah,
you probably make wrist wraps at some point.
Barbend doesn't make wraps yet.
Well, someday.
Maybe.
Why not?
I like a pair of slick barbend wraps.
But yeah, so the answer to that question, yes, you can wear wraps.
Jose Casado is up for his second attempt. He missed his first at 100.
So let's go up.
Going for 102.
Let's go.
He's strong enough. He's got this.
Yeah, let's go 102.
Much better. Yeah, they'll give him that.
Good comeback. That's how you adjust and come back.
So we had another question from Bick is asking, will we see super heavyweight lifters today? Super heavyweight lifters, we will see tomorrow.
Tomorrow.
The last session Sunday.
I do not believe there's any super heavyweights scheduled.
Not any super heavyweight men scheduled the invitational.
In the invitational,
today.
Yeah.
We will be maybe later in the day.
We're hoping to talk to a super heavyweight, the super heavyweight,
the best super heavyweight in North America.
In North America,
Kane Wilkes. We want to have
Kane
him
the Dragon Wilkes
on the show. Adam Randall's also saying, "Wish we could see the timer better." You know, Adam, that is a great point. The timer is, not the most visible thing on that scoreboard, but we're going to try and incorporate that a little better into future live streams. So thank you so much for your comments. Really appreciate that.
You see the current real time, Eastern Standard Time in the bottom right corner. It's currently 9:20 a.m. Eastern Standard Time, which doesn't help with your question, unfortunately.
Logan Griffith going for his second jerk. Just misses it, couldn't quite lock it out. That's a no lift for Logan. He'll come back, hit that on his third, I'm sure. But Adam, wanted to really thank you for that commentary. It's viewers telling us what we're doing right and what we're doing wrong. It's going to help us
opportunity to improve.
It's going to help make these better and better and better every time we do live streaming at events. So we really appreciate that. Thank you, Adam, for the comments. And
since you're watching, hopefully you're enjoying the coverage brought to you by Barbend. Feel free to share, tell your friends. Share this post, get all the action out to the weightlifting community and the sports community in general. This is one of the top 3 sporting events this weekend, as per Joel Quintong, the Dean of Weightlifting at the Sacred Heart University School of Weightlifting. And again, Barbend's bringing you all the coverage. All the lifting will be given back to the athletes free of charge about a week from now by Barbend, from Barbend, to the Barbenders, the weightlifters themselves.
Yeah, I think that is, they're bar benders. That's
Let me tell you something. After 2 days of big weights, that bar will be bent a little bit.
Maybe not. That it's a good bar.
It's a good bar.
Falcon strength.
That was a horrible communication. But here we go. Johnny Montoya, third attempt, 102 kilos.
Oh, got real deep in that split though.
Yes, he did. Yes, he did. He just couldn't hang on, really.
That'll be three reds for Johnny. Real deep. Adam, thank you for your comments. Really appreciate that. Adam says, no problem. So far, everything is awesome, especially the commentary. We really appreciate that, Adam. This is the first time Mike and I have been color commentary partners on a competition. It might be the last time if things go downhill.
I mean, I have to assume the Dragon's going to come in and kick us out of business. He might just take over, and that's fine with me.
Meredith Alwine, Meredith, I'm sorry if I'm mispronouncing your last name, just reminded us that Logan Griffith is a 2-time Youth National Champion, 2015 and 2016, so the 2-time reigning.
Congratulations.
Youth National Champion, great lifter. Meredith, thank you for that context. Logan's one of the more impressive lifters I've seen today just because he's so young, but such a good technician.
And he has 2 more years to go. He could be a 4-time champ by the time he's done in his youth career.
Yeah. I mean, and then he's got even longer as a junior.
Oh, of course, a junior, and then by that time senior. He'll be seasoned and ready to be a senior lifter.
Key is staying healthy for these young lifters. Logan's looking really good. Interested to see what he does as he probably moves up a weight class or 2.
Probably.
At least, yeah.
That's what most people do.
Yeah, I'm guessing as they grow up.
Yeah.
Unless you're me and you move down a weight class as you get older. Or 2.
2. That was more of your healthy dieting, healthy eating habits improving.
That's more of me not being in college anymore.
Yeah.
Bradley Jenkins going for his first attempt at 104 kilograms. Nice clean for Bradley. And a jerk, yep. So, to address the question earlier about wrist wraps, Bradley's wearing actually like an elastic and Velcro wrist wrap on both wrists, which is allowed in competition. It's within the size limits, and that's a popular wrist wrap. Now, a lot of those wrist wraps come, you see in powerlifters, wraps around the thumb. In weightlifting, you're not allowed to have them wrap around your thumb.
I see them, though.
Technically, that's a no-no.
You are correct. There are a good amount of people I see at all levels of competition who don't care.
So you can have a wrist wrap that has a thumb hook on it, but it's not allowed to be around your thumb or around any of your fingers while you're actually lifting with it. So sometimes I've used those before. I've just cut the thumb hooks off just so I don't even mess
That's
with
smart. So you're not tempted.
them.
So you're not tempted to break the rules.
Exactly. So Bick just asked another question. Great question.
Yes.
He said, concerning Alexei Lovchev's ban,
Yes.
Alexei Lovchev being a Russian super heavy who's suspended right now.
Yes.
Who do you think is the favorite in the super heavyweight category at the Olympics for the men? I'm going to address that.
Well, let me just before. Well, here we're gonna get into it right after the first attempt. Now, Elvis Montoya, 105 kilos, 231 pounds on the bar. This is basically Donovan Ford. He's lifting Donovan Ford, 105 kilos, or attempting to at least. That looks good. Stay tight.
Looks like a good lift. See if the judge gave it to him. I don't know if I saw a press out there, but I think they're going to give it to him. Yep, all 3 whites.
So addressing the super heavyweight weight class, Dave and I have talked about this in the past. At length. We each have a favorite, and I'm going to let Dave start off because his favorite may be a majority of people's favorites. So Dave, why don't you go ahead and tell the world who you have a good feeling about?
Okay, so my favorite, if I were a betting man, I'm not, at least not on weightlifting.
And keep in mind, anything could happen between now and the Olympics.
Anything could happen. My bet would be the 2015 world champion, who originally got silver behind Alexei before his medal was revoked. That would be Lasha Talakadze of the Republic of Georgia. Not Georgia where the peaches grow, but Georgia where they make delicious wine and cheese breads.
Cheese breads. Also, if you've never had cheese bread from a Georgian restaurant, get you some because
you are missing. We're lucky because we can get that in New York.
There's literally 10 restaurants Dave found that have Georgian food within about 2 miles of his.
We're going
home.
One by one. Our goal is to go one by one.
That's where Barbend corporate meetings are held.
But my favorite's Lasha. He's 22 years old.
He's 6'7", something like that.
He's a
tall,
giant person.
He holds it well. He doesn't look super. I mean, he's a big guy, but he holds it well.
He's got the proportions of a 105. He's just a foot taller.
He's got the proportions of an all-pro left tackle in the NFL.
So my favorite is my guy I think is going to win the men's super heavyweight is Lasha. Lasha, by the way, set a European snatch record at the European Championships in 2016. Right? 212 looked like cake.
Yes.
And I think he's clean and jerk 251 at that competition, which also looked like cake.
So he totaled 260 something.
263. 463. 463.
463. Yeah.
So he's my favorite. His lifts look effortless. He's missed lifts. You'll see him miss lift occasionally, but the lifts he makes just look like butter. However, the last thing I'll say about the men's super heavies before switching over to Mike is it looks like Bedad Salimi of Iran, the reigning Olympic champion for super heavyweights, coming back from a knee injury, is moving some weight. He's not in the best form we've seen him in.
He's not in 2012 shape or 2011, 2012 shape. But I mean, we were in Uzbekistan talking to the Iranians. We said, "How is he looking?" They said, he's like, they speak pretty good English. They said, he's like 50-50. We think he's going to go. We don't know what. Hopefully he'll get in better shape. And we saw him at the Farsi Cup, that international event where
he went 207, 225.
Yeah, which not his best day, but much better than people have seen him doing in a while.
But he was power jerking because of his knee. If he switches to the split jerk, he missed 2 power jerks. If he switches to the split jerk, you wonder if he's going to be able to eke out some more kilos.
You have to help with. You have to assume a few more months getting healthier. But we'll finish this conversation after Jose Casado, 106 kilos on his third attempt.
Mm-hmm.
He's on the board with 102, looking for more weight.
It's a no lift for Jose.
He was very close. Good clean, good jerk. He had it back. He just couldn't stand up. Maybe a little too far back.
Folks, if you're watching the stream and you're enjoying what you're seeing, I don't see how you couldn't. These lifters are giving it their all. Go ahead and give us a like, give us a heart, give us a smiley face, or whatever reaction you want on Facebook, and maybe give the stream a share so that more people can wake up on this Saturday morning. A lot of people just waking up right now and see these lifters hitting some big weights, hitting some personal records. Shares, likes, and comments. Ask us questions. Give a shout out to your favorite lifters.
Is there any training stories you want to share about You're at friends lifting, you're training. Tell us what's going on with you. How are you doing?
CJ,
how are you this morning?
CJ, we want to hear, where are you watching from? We want to hear where you're watching from. CJ just said, good work, Jose. Proud of you, man. Jose's going to go back and watch this stream. He's going to see CJ's shout out. He's going to love it. If you see a lifter you like, give him a shout out and let us know how you're doing. Let us know what weightlifting club you're training from. Give us a shout out. You could be West Coast, East Coast, Middle America,
Canada.
International. Let us know where you're watching from and who your coach is, who you train with, where you train.
Yeah, well, who are you looking forward to see at the Olympics? No one really knows who's going to be there at this point, other than Kendrick Ferris and a few American ladies. But who are you looking forward to seeing? If it's Kendrick Ferris, say Kendrick Ferris. I'm looking forward to see Kendrick Ferris. But right now, I'm looking forward to see Bradley Jenkins, second attempt here.
Bradley Jenkins.
Unfortunately, no clean for him.
It said Brian Holland there on the card, but it was actually Bradley Jenkins, just to keep people updated there. Sometimes there's a little delay between the scoreboard and what you see on the live stream, but that was Bradley Jenkins with
those coaches in the back room making those changes fast.
But I have to say, the folks here at the RVA Open are running a smooth event so far.
This is the first meet I've ever seen. They have an app on their iPads for the referees, good lift or bad lift, and it goes directly to the main system that's in place. And this is the most high technology meet I think I've ever been to. Not to take anything away from other meets, but I've never seen that. That's a first.
Speaking of high tech, this live stream today, which is brought to you free of charge by barbend.com. Great team of folks here working the cameras. There's we'll actually give you a peek a little later into the pretty awesome setup they have here to make this live stream possible. Not only are they live streaming it, they're getting footage from multiple angles to send to the lifters after the meet. We have producers, camera operators, all sorts of folks. You're here, Mike and I, but there are 6 people behind the scenes making this live stream work. Our producer today is actually a trained physicist. His name's Kenny. He's a smart guy, and is running the board like a champ. So shout out to Kenny. Bradley Jenkins, third attempt, 170 kilograms.
Looking to make a good comeback here, and it's 107. Much better clean, more control.
Aggressive clean. Oh, couldn't quite stick the jerk. Fought through on the clean though.
Much better attempt in general. I mean, unfortunately, still no lift, but much better attempt. You could see that he just held his positions. He held his positions better. He made some stupid mistakes on the second one. He kind of just gave that away. The third one, just more technically sound. Not there today, but just better attempt. So as a coach, you can be happy that much better attempt.
Well, Bradley really got his composure out, came and attacked that weight, made the clean. Shout out to Bradley for keeping mentally strong on a day. Early morning, these lifters, a lot of them had to cut weight. They may not have had a lot of time for breakfast. Weigh-in started at 5 a.m. Eastern Standard. So for Bradley, which is
we were here,
early,
but we did not broadcast that.
And no one weighed me this morning.
No,
thank goodness.
No one weighed me.
So shout out to Bradley for coming back and attacking that third attempt, giving it his all, because it's 9:33 a.m. Eastern. It's already been a long day for Bradley. He's put in a full day of work lifting.
Yes.
Shout out to him and all the other lifters in this first session.
All 15 men. And as a side note, if you are watching at home, this is session 1 of 5 during the day. This is probably the longest session of the day, but business will be picking up throughout the day. At 4 o'clock, we have the women's invitational session. Some national medalists, including Heather Farmer, national level lifter.
Jacqueline Long,
national
level
thank
lifter.
you. Oh, I have the list right in front of me. I'm sorry.
And then
I'll get into it, but we got Elvis Montoya, Dave.
Yeah, second attempt.
That is a good lift for Elvis at 109 kilos.
Gets it from the judges. Good second attempt for Elvis.
Yeah,
Good second attempt.
As I finish my thought there, we have a lot of national level lifters in the ladies session. Catherine Lee from Ohio, Stephanie Layman's here. I believe she's from New Mexico. Jennifer Butler from the Philadelphia area. Then at 7 o'clock, we're going to have the primetime men's session. We've got Adam Baton from Baltimore, Jacob Wyatt from the North Carolina area, Matt Bergeron, some guy named James Tatum.
Some guy named James Tatum.
Guy off the street named...
the best beard in American
guy
weightlifting,
off the street
James
named
Tatum.
Mr. Cooper. Actually, I don't... Is he?
No, I don't think Travis isn't
Cooper
lifting.
is not lifting?
He's not lifting today. He might make an appearance.
He might make an appearance?
He might make an appearance.
I apologize. I just got my hopes up. So I probably got someone else's hopes up. I apologize. Nathan Damron is on the start list.
He is not lifting today.
Oh, he's not on the
He's not lifting
I
today,
need an updated
unfortunately.
start list. I apologize, folks.
No worries.
I'm using outdated information.
A lot of these lifters, folks, the life of a weightlifter is tough, especially a lot of these folks who are training full-time. Little nags, injuries, things like that build up. And doing a competition, going after heavy weights, PR weights, it's you're putting it all on the line every time you step onto the platform sometimes.
I believe we still have DJ Shuttleworth from Garage Strength.
Believe so, yeah.
Took 4th in the nation. Frankie Murray, national medalist.
I saw Frankie warming up last night. Looked nice and snappy.
Okay, so you've seen Frankie physically here. That's a good sign.
I've seen Frankie physically.
All right, we have a sighting of Frankie Murray.
Frankie, we have some great clips of Frankie to play in between lifts a little bit later.
Some with his amazing hair.
So we have Steven's next up, Stephen Labe.
Stephen Labe. I got verification earlier from Phil 17.
Stephen Labe?
Labe.
Great. 110 kilos, opening lift. For those who lift think in pounds, that's about, what, 242 kilos?
Yeah, that's right. 242.
Sorry, 242 pounds.
Pounds,
110
yeah.
kilos. Yeah, 242 kilos would be very heavy.
Stevens in a 69 kilo weight class. He's a junior lifter.
Snappy clean. Good speed.
So tight. Oh, wow, good lift. Good lift.
Steven made that clean and jerk look almost as good as his haircut.
It is a picture-perfect lift, and he looks like he should be in some photos, doing some modeling
He's got
or something.
a nice cut.
Good-looking guy.
Megan Bender, just in the comments, says, Steven, come on, buddy. Well, Megan, your encouragement worked because he smoked that opener. Thanks,
Yeah.
Megan. Thanks for the shout-outs. We have some more questions.
Well, we gotta finish the last question. We can't.
Oh, which one were we? The super heavies.
Super heavyweights. You like Lasha, and I think most of the world likes Lasha. I like Lasha, but the guy I am rooting for is Ruslan Elbegov, 2013-2014 world champion. He's from Ossetia, Russia. I have been in his gym. I have spoken with his coach. His coach speaks very good English. He took a bronze medal in the London Games. He's coming off an injury that kept him out of 2015 Worlds in Houston. However, at the Russian Championships, he did about a 460, 450 something total. So he's in the ballpark. We'll see what happens.
Douglas Carter, first attempt, 112. Makes it clean. Nails it. Good job, Doug. So Doug, unfortunately, didn't make any of the snatches this morning, but comes out and nails his clean and jerk opener. So Doug is still out to get it done, and Stan Epps just says, "Get it, Doug." Well, he did. Stan, thanks for your encouragement. I'm sure Doug will appreciate that when he goes back and watches the stream a little later today. So Douglas Carter on the board in the clean and jerks.
Good. It's good to see. He could have went either way after the snatch. He could have said, I'm done for the day, but he said, no, I'm going to keep fighting, and I'm here to compete. And he's here to compete. That's fantastic.
So we have our next lifter up, which is Brian Holland. He's going for his opener at 112 kilograms. Brian's a light 77, 71 kilos, 71.8 kilos. Light for his weight class. Or maybe heavy for his 69. Good clean. That's a good looking lift by Brian. Wow. Loved every phase of that one. Loved every phase of that.
Good lift. And there's also the possibility Russia's men's team still may not even send a team.
They might not send a team to the Olympics.
That is, I will believe it when I see it, but it's possible.
Well, Russia, it's worth noting, has received a provisional one-year ban from international competition by the IWF.
It hasn't been said when that may
when that would start. It'll probably start
I would imagine it starts the day after the Olympics.
The day after the Olympics, probably.
And
so.
it goes through the 2017 Worlds, which do not matter towards 2020 Olympic spots.
Right. But if Russians compete at the Olympics in weightlifting, if a team is sent, if they're allowed to compete, it might be the last time you see Russians on the international weightlifting stage for a year or more.
It's possible.
Yeah. Elvis Montoya,
men
third
and
attempt.
women, yeah.
This is to go for 3. This is to go 3 for 3 in this clean and jerk portion today.
All right, nice clean.
Best clean he's had all day. Oh, couldn't quite stick the jerk. Folks, we want to know where you're watching from. We're getting a lot of shout-outs for these lifters. Where are you watching from?
Are you in Virginia? Are you in California? Are you internationally?
New York?
New York?
New Jersey? If there's someone from Kentucky watching.
Now, I saw a gentleman wearing a Bourbon and Barbells T-shirt. And it was not you, Dave.
It wasn't me.
That man may have been from Kentucky.
It's funny, we have a few folks from Kentucky here today. We have the event photographer. His name's Clay. He's sitting over there. You guys can't see him on camera, but he's doing a great job. He is
he's owning
also
it.
from Kentucky. He's from Glasgow, Kentucky, which is close to where I used to go to summer camp.
Oh, you don't say.
I do. And we have some more folks saying, Jonathan is saying he's from Ohio. Shout out to Ohio.
Shout out to Ohio.
Ohio in the house. We actually have one of our cameramen today. His name's Joe. Is from Columbus.
All right. OHIO.
Jonathan, where in Ohio are you from? Because we have some serious Columbus representation here. At Barbend.
I have been to Columbus a time or two.
We should text Mark Cannella, make sure he's watching today at some point. Mark Cannella of Columbus Weightlifting.
His presence has been felt already this morning.
Really?
Yeah, he liked some stuff. He gave some thumbs up.
Oh,
we can text him. I'm not against texting him.
I am thrilled to hear Mark Cannella of Columbus Weightlifting is watching.
So as far as I know, Joel Quintong and Mark Cannella and my good friend Uncle JP Nicoletta all watching.
Well, we got some more folks saying we got
more
Vic
questions
watching from Texas.
Oh, right.
Jacob Parks, first clean and jerk attempt, 115 kilos.
I was recently in Austin, Texas. Lots of great places in Texas.
Let's see if Jacob can stick this lift.
Nice clean.
Fast.
Tight. Good lift. That's a good lift.
Jacob Parks gets it 2-1, 2 whites, 1 red on his first clean and jerk. So folks are telling us where they're from. We have Jacob watching from RVA, Jonathan watching from Boardman, Ohio, just outside of Youngstown. We have Bick watching from Austin, Texas. Andrew watching from RVA.
I was recently in Austin, Texas.
We have Andrew watching from the UK.
Yes.
He's from RVA, but Andrew Barty is watching from the United Kingdom.
Thank you.
Awesome. And then we have Tom Lavella watching from Melbourne, Florida. How's it going, Tom? Thank you for your questions so far on the streams today.
It's probably hot down in Florida, just like it's very warm here in Richmond, Virginia.
All right. Looks like we have
Jamal Anderson, opening attempt, 115 kilos.
Yeah.
And we probably are near the end of the session because Jamal was one of the top guys in the snatch.
We are nearing the end of the session,
Yeah.
Jamal still got 3 clean and jerks to go. Here we go.
course.
First one.
Very nice. Very good. Hold it tight.
Oh.
They can control.
Oh, that was a good fight.
It was.
He's going to come back and
It was
smoke
an
that.
interesting attempt because it looked like his elbows locked out, and it was getting his hips and legs stabilized. And at least in my experiences, it's the opposite way around. If I can get my legs stabilized, that's the easy part, or easier part, versus the lockout, the elbow lockouts.
Yeah, he just.
But you know what? It could just be one of those days. I have full faith we're going to see Jamal come back and just, smoke it on a second attempt.
Yeah.
But unfortunately, you would have liked, it looks like an easy way. It looks like something he should have made. But, at the end of the day, it's 9 a.m. It's not the easiest thing to do. Wake up at probably 4 a.m. for a 5 a.m. weigh-in. And
Well, after a day of traveling, probably.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know where he's from, but still, he had to get here from somewhere.
Yeah, Jamal, lifts.
Barbell Syndicate, Phil Sabatini. That's Virginia, but
Yeah.
Virginia's a big state.
Virginia's a very large state.
I mean, it's bigger than I realized until I got here yesterday.
If you're watching from Virginia, let us know in the comments. If you're not here today live, but you're still watching and you're in Virginia, let us know. We'd love to hear from you. Stephen Labe is going for his second attempt at 115 kilos.
He's a junior lifter. He made his opening attempt at 110.
Made it look good, too.
Yes, he did. We're at 253 pounds. Nice clean. Receives it very nice.
Looks like his ankle collapsed a little bit on that one.
It did. But he was able to maintain possession, maintain control of the bar.
Very good.
He fought his way through it.
He did.
So,
We just had a question on the stream
yes.
about weightlifters transitioning to strongman.
You know who would be a great person to ask?
Michael Gill. Michael Gill would be a great person to ask.
Unfortunately, he's not here right now. Mike Gill, a good friend of ours. He's also from grew up in Buffalo, New York. He's
Regular bar band contributor?
Yeah, a little bit older than me. Good friend of mine and Dave's. Strongman, pro strongman.
Mm-hmm.
He is
at pro strongman.
He both is a professional strongman, and his Instagram and Facebook and Twitter info is pro strongman. He is someone who's done both, competed in weightlifting, and obviously competed at a much higher level in professional strongman. So, make a long story short, I don't have experience that Mike Gill has. I wish he was here. But both are very challenging sports. Both are things you need to put a lot of time and dedication into. If you want to be relatively good in anything, you have to put the work in.
Jamal Anderson about to put some work in here on his
Yes.
second attempt. Nailed this 115 clean and jerk. Just misses it again. Walkout's no problem for Jamal. It's just bringing those feet together.
It's those feet together. It's something in his knees, his hips. I can't really put a finger on it. It's unfortunate because the jerk is so good.
Yeah, he's got a good jerk. He's got a good dip drive.
Literally, it's a far better jerk than I see most people, regardless of where I see them. I mean, watching national level events, most people don't jerk as well as Jamal's doing today. It's you gotta just hope that his coaches in the back room can tell him something, and he can pull it all together because he's in a do or die position now. I mean, you don't want to see a guy bomb out of a competition, especially when his jerks look so good, his cleans look so good. It's that recovery. It's that last 5-10%, just bringing it all together.
Looks like we have Brian Holland on deck, about to come out for a second clean and jerk. Just to say what we were talking about a little earlier about the relationship between training for weightlifting and strongman. Michael Gill at Pro Strongman on Instagram, Twitter, and Snapchat has a lot of fantastic content. He actually writes very regularly for Barbend.
Yes, he does.
A lot of fantastic content, and recently put up an article about strongman moves for weightlifters.
Mm-hmm.
So how you can use strongman training and strongman exercises to improve your weightlifting. And those articles are on Barbend.
I do know in my limited experiences in strongman, which basically are watching Mike Gill do stuff, there's a lot of technique. There's a lot more technique than just throwing it up. Sounds like weightlifting a little bit. Just throw it up and pray it stays there.
There's a little more to it than that.
there is more technique involved, such as splits and elbow whipping. But here we go. Speaking of splits and elbow whipping, Brian Holland, second attempt, 116 kilos.
His first attempt was great.
Yes.
Textbook clean. Nice. He's looking solid.
That's a good lift. Okay, so Dave, you told everyone who you like at the Olympics. I told everyone who I like at the Olympics. If you guys at home have a favorite at the Olympics, the Olympics are really the next biggest weightlifting event coming up. If you got a favorite, any weight class, men or women, let us know who you're excited to watch. no Ilya in the 105s, but who do you think is going to be the next Ilya in the 105s?
I have to say,
94 weight class. You think Kendrick's got a chance to medal? What do you think about that? Women. America. We got 3 women going. Robles is probably our best chance at a medal. I don't know how realistic that is to medal, but she's got a chance.
We have 3 very
Jenny
good
Arthur has a
women
chance.
ladies.
Morgan King has a chance.
Yeah.
Much better chance than I do.
Jamal Anderson
Here we go,
going for his
Jamal.
3rd attempt.
We need to stay
or
in the
die.
competition. Do or die, exactly. Win or go home. And either way, you got to go home. They said you can't sleep here tonight.
Best clean he's had. Come on, Jamal.
Let's go. All in. Let's go. Best jerk he's
Do
had.
or die and sticks it. Good job, Jamal.
What did we get? The judges said... Okay, 2 whites. 2 whites. Okay.
I just popped up on Facebook. I have the feed. I'm watching the live feed. I'm also watching it as the viewers at home see it. And it's really awesome to see some of my friends at home watching, some of my friends all over the country watching. Edgar Paredes just turned into the broadcast. I'm sure Mike has some friends back home and across the world watching.
A handful of friends, yeah. I guess like Dave has been saying all morning, we've been saying all morning, share this link, share the excitement with other fans of sports, fans of weightlifting, fans of CrossFit or fitness in general. Watch a competition while you're eating your Wheaties and your Cheerios. If you got any questions, please send us your questions about these athletes, about the competition. If you're curious who's winning, who's in who's getting a medal potentially, what are body weights. We theoretically have all this information at our fingertips. Dave's getting ready to go to the CrossFit Games in about a week or so. If you got any thoughts on that, less than a week. Weightlifting, I've been around the world. I had lunch at Tatiana Kashirina's house. If you got any questions about the tea that Tatiana Kashirina serves at lunch, it is brown. It's regular tea, normal tea in America.
Keith Wright going for his first attempt, opening at 120 kilograms.
So I just answered your tea question.
There you go.
For the world. So don't ask that. Answer.
Come on, Keith. Good clean for Keith. Oh, looks like he's going for a power or a squat jerk there. A little lightheaded.
Get that man some water.
Yeah, looks like he'll walk off. Good.
He's all right.
Give him a round of applause for Keith.
That happens. Sometimes the bar just chokes you out. It cuts off some air going to your brain, and that's what happens.
Yeah, that's a fairly common sight on the weightlifting platform.
Yeah, he'll be okay. He'll be all right.
He'll come out. I'm sure he'll hit that again. John Heng says the stream is pretty good. Thanks, John. We like to think so too. Appreciate that.
We're trying our best.
Edgar, I know, who just commented. I'm sure he's got some questions for us. A lot of people asking some really great questions, giving shout-outs, giving these lifters some
Thanks
support.
for the shout-outs. Not only do we appreciate it, obviously the athletes appreciate it, the coaches. Everyone appreciates the love that you guys are giving them. As we said, this is session 1 of 5 sessions. We're going to have the invitationals later.
And you're going to see some big names. People who have competed on world stages,
international stages, national American stages.
Keith Wright going for his second. Sorry, Jacob Parks.
Jacob Parks
for
on
his
the
second.
second. 120
Jacob
kilos.
Parks.
264 pounds.
Shot out from under that clean.
All right, no lift, unfortunately. Looks like a good clean, just how he caught it. He just caught it funky and he just popped him out, yeah.
Someone just asked, will we see Kendrick today? The answer is no. Kendrick is not lifting
never
today.
signed up for a competition.
He is sight set. His next competition is Rio de Janeiro.
And we've read some interesting things about him on Barbend. He's a vegetarian now.
Vegan.
Sorry. He's a vegan now.
Which is actually
just like Ilian is a vegan.
Ilya was a vegetarian. Yeah.
Sorry.
You're seeing a lot of. I've seen a lot of strength athletes. Met a lot of strength athletes over the last year who have experimented with veganism, vegetarianism. Which is not necessarily.
It's not a crazy idea.
It's not a crazy idea.
We'll talk more about it after Doug Carter, his second attempt, 120 kilos.
Doug didn't make any snatch attempts, but he nailed his first clean and jerk.
Yeah, so that's good. Want to keep it going. That was a little out in front. But, I mean, going back to vegetarianism, veganism, the idea is that meat takes a lot more blood in the stomach to digest.
Well, that's
one aspect of my understanding. Maybe you have a better understanding, Dave.
So so Ilya went on record a few times, people asking, why he gave up meat after the 2012 Olympics, and his response was it was personal choice, and he believes that he feels better, his stomach feels better, he feels better when he doesn't eat meat. And he really emphasized when people would ask him, that's me. I feel better when I don't eat meat.
Yes.
That's not necessarily, people might need different protein requirements, different nutritional requirements. So it's something a lot of weightlifters are experimenting with to find out what works best for them.
There's a lot of people who will eat like fish and chicken as compared to a more red meat diet for the same reason. You feel better, less digestion, less blood going to your stomach versus the muscles for recuperation.
Keith right here on his second attempt. 120 kilos.
No, not today, Keith. But he has one more attempt.
Keith feeling a little lightheaded today. You wonder if maybe the weight cut was a little rough for him.
It could be the lights. It's getting warmer in here. There's more people. I'm sure the temperature in the room is warmer than it was 2 hours ago when we started.
It feels pretty similar to me. I have to say, RVA CrossFit has done a great job of putting on a great venue.
Of course.
One of the hottest days of the summer. AC is going. We have some fans going in here. I'm actually pretty comfortable. But then again, I'm not lifting hundreds of pounds.
No, exactly. I'm not out there. It's far easier. I'm sipping my water. I got a nice conversation going on.
Yeah. Hopefully some coffee if people want to bring us some coffee later.
If you enter the RVA Open, you see two guys falling asleep to the right. That's us.
One's got a lot of hair. One has less
than a lot of hair. Also, it should be pointed out, I am not a doctor. So anything you hear me talking about food and digestion, I'm not a doctor.
What I'll say is the last thing I want to say about the diet thing is, strength athletes, just like athletes of all sports, are experimenting with the diets that work for them. Jacob Parks, 120 kilos, third attempt. Jacob made 115 on his opener, missed 120 on his second attempt, going for 120 again.
All right, good clean.
Nice clean.
Tight, stay tight, stay tight. All right.
Good work from Jacob Parks today.
Way to maintain control on that last
lift. And the judges give it to him 2-1.
2 out of 3. That's a good lift.
Shout out to Vulcan strength training equipment for strength training systems for some really snappy looking kit today.
No, I'm not that familiar, but I like what I see. I like this stuff. I mean, it's obviously the same kilos and weights and dimensions as other companies, but I mean, it's a little bit different. It's a little more modern looking, a little more snazzy. It's very nice, especially in a competition, for a competition setting like this. It's very nice.
Looks really good. Douglas Carter coming out for his third attempt now.
There you go, Doug. Doug's from unrivaled weightlifting in a 69-kilo weight class. We're going to end on a high note, 120 kilos. All right, good clean, good enough clean. It was out front on a lot of that.
So
no lift for him, unfortunately.
Doug made his first clean and jerk today. Unfortunately, that was the only lift he made today, but he did make it look good.
But the nice thing about regardless of how he did, the nice thing is that he has all his lifts coming to him from bar bend, and he can go back and look and see what he did wrong, and he can go back, him and his coach can go back and use that as a training methodology for future competition to improve on that.
Yeah, I mean, so something that's always frustrated me is, lifters, it's tough because lifters are concentrating on lifting during competitions, and they might not necessarily have anyone video them, and this way they can see all their lifts from multiple angles, in the week and after the competition, and use that to analyze performance. So Keith, right?
Maybe less than a week. Who knows how efficient or how much time it'll take. Maybe it'll be less than a week.
We'll be working on it.
Yeah.
But they'll get him. They're
They're going to get him soon.
Keith Wright. Third clean and jerk attempt. This is for a total. Keith will unfortunately not post a total today. Missed his clean and jerks.
Not his day. The cleans all looked very good. He got deep. He probably needed to get deeper and keep his position more. It looked like he just got his back rounded, at least on that last one at least. Just back rounded, getting out of position. And when that happens, it's a lot harder to dig yourself out of that hole. It's a big hole. But
so we still have another lifter. I believe one lifter to go. Brian Holland in this session, who's coming out for his third attempt. We might have two lifters to go. Folks, thanks so much for joining in. We have lifting going on throughout the day. We have some fantastic big names in the sport lifting later today at 4 p.m. and 7 p.m.
We're hoping to get interviews, whether we get interviews during the webcast or for other videos. But, I mean, the Dragon Kane Wilkes is going to be here, James Tatum, national champion Phil Sabatini, catapult specialist Don McCauley, maybe bringing some wine by, who's to say, but big name. Business is going to be picking up all day long.
Brian Holland with a gorgeous looking clean.
He picked that weight up very nice.
That's a 3 for 3 day on the clean and jerk for Brian Holland.
Great
lift. Performance
Good
today.
lifting.
Brian will finish with a 120 kilogram clean and jerk. We have one more lift for this session, folks. This is a packed session, one of the biggest sessions of the entire weekend. We have one more lift to go. Stephen Labe.
Labe. No, Labe, you're right.
Labe, yeah. Labe?
Labe, you're right.
Labe,
You were right
okay.
the first time.
Christine Holland says, great job, Brian. We agree. Brian's had a great day. Brian made those lifts look pretty. Stephen Labe. Last lift of the session, 120 kilograms. Very nice. Oh, misses it behind.
Not today on the jerk.
Folks, that is the last lift of this session. We're going to be back on in about 5 to 10 minutes, maybe just a little bit longer, for the women of session 2. So stay tuned. That is women's weight classes 48 and 53, and also the 58 kilogram B group. So stay tuned, and we will see you folks a little later on. Look forward to more lifting here at the RVA Open 2016.
Barbell.